listening to New Kids on the Pod with your hosts, Momba, Tony D, and JYD.
Hello, everybody. We'd like to welcome you to New Kids on the Pod. I am one of your hosts, JYD, and with me, as always, is Tony D and Momba.
Momba, get off your phone.
What?
He said, get off your phone.
I'm making deals, bro.
Making deals?
Making deals, cashing checks, trying to get us established. I was just promoting us right now.
Yeah, right.
I was talking to Ryan Seacrest at iHeartRadio.
I'm pretty sure you weren't.
Trying to get us to the top, bro.
So how big are those checks you're cashing?
How much did we get for the advertisement?
like $3.
Oh, I still haven't received my money.
Basically, the fee to cash that check at the currency exchange makes it not worth it.
Yeah, it's. I would be owing them.
You walk in with a check like, all right, sir, that'll be $1.25. Here you go. Thank you.
You know, if we had a chance to be on like real terrestrial radio, I don't think I'd want to do it.
Terrestrial radio?
Yeah, like
like extraterrestrial.
not extraterrestrial, like
like
radio that you listen to over.
I'm glad you brought up extraterrestrials, JYD.
We're not there yet. I know where you're
Continue,
going.
Mamba, continue.
No, don't continue. We gotta get through a whole bunch of
Don't
stuff.
listen to him.
So
Don't let him stifle your creativity.
Your microphone's off. So
did you actually turn it off?
Yeah.
because we're talking about radio.
Don't let him stifle your creativity.
Okay.
Mamba. All right, tell me, and then I'll tell him.
Is my radio back on?
He can't
Your
silence
radio?
My mic back on?
He can't silence us all.
Is my
Yeah, I
mic-
can.
Actually, yeah.
Watch, I just did. I silenced both of you.
I can hear.
So for those of you who don't know, terrestrial radio
not-
is radio.
I can hear our ratings plummet right now. Are we back on?
I've been on this whole
Yeah,
time.
we're back, and the ratings are back up.
Okay.
David?
Go, I'll let you say what you were about to say.
Yeah.
I'll let you put people to sleep, and then I'll wake them back up.
Nothing. Anyway, if we were offered a radio like contract, I don't want to do it because then you get told what to do, what time you got to show up, what time you got to.
Podcast is way. Actually, no, that already happens. I get told when to show up.
I know you get a choice of when to show up.
I don't get. If I had a choice, I wouldn't show up at all.
Well, you don't have a choice of whether or not to show up. You have a choice of when to show up.
Listen, I'm gonna.
Who always gets every week who gets asked when they can record? Tony, do you get asked?
That's true. I mean, I used to get asked. Now it's more like we ask Mamba, and then we got to see if we can all
If we could all meet Mamba's day.
Yeah. So someone's become quite the diva.
The diva
Yeah.
says the cast member that has their own personal driver and has to take them to and from the station.
Yeah. Anyway, and not only that, but radio, like you have commercial, and you can't even like it breaks the rhythm of your talking. It's just I feel like that's not our platform. I think our platform is what we have now.
I think.
I feel like our platform is any platform that'll take us.
No, man.
I mean, podcasts are taking over. I mean, they've been taking over for a while, but
Right.
regular radio is dying. That's why a lot of radio stations now are turning into Christian stations, Christian pop, because they're the only people who don't use the internet.
I don't listen to the radio anymore. The only time I'll listen to the radio is if I don't have a podcast to listen to.
That's true.
Like
Sometimes.
even like,
I listen to it sometimes, like in the mornings. Like I'll listen to ESPN radio on the way to work. That's about it.
It depends on how far my drive is. If I'm like going to this corner to pick up something, just turn on the closest radio station and listen to music for like 5 minutes.
see if I'm going to listen to music, I'll either use Pandora or Spotify. I mean, that's the only time I ever listen to music. It's not from the radio.
Is it Pandora Premium or Spotify Premium?
Both premium.
Oh,
Someone's a baller.
money back.
Well, I only pay for one of the two.
Oh.
I won't say which one.
You won't
pays
say
for
which one.
Who pays for the other?
Nobody.
Oh.
All right.
You're mooching.
I'm not mooching. Or am I?
Well, if
I guess that question is
Well, if you don't know,
we'll never know the answer.
If you're not paying and you don't know who's paying, that's probably what that is.
So back to what Junkyard was saying about extraterrestrial radio. So some things have come to light about my girlfriend, and I don't know how to feel about them.
Is she an alien?
she believes in them.
Do you find it interesting that this came about after you have decided to
Move in together.
cohabitate?
Yeah,
It's like,
there's some.
well,
Not only okay, so
all the skeletons are coming out.
so for those who don't know, me and my girlfriend just got an apartment together.
Woo! Congratulations.
Also, we have a roommate who's a brother.
So
which is awesome because that's less rent.
Yeah,
I mean, that's good. It's good and bad. It's good because it's less rent, but it's bad because he can't fuck as loudly as he used to be.
I
able
mean,
to.
you can fuck as loud as you want. It's
Yeah, but it'd be kind of weird.
weird for who? Weird for him.
Weird for both.
Nah, would it be weird for you? I would be.
too late now. They signed the lease. Can't back out.
Like if I was getting it in, like if I got an apartment and I was getting it in hard as fuck, and like my brother lived there,
But that's
and he
your
heard
brother.
Not your
Or-
brother-in-law,
or her. I mean, that's even less
or
weird.
not brother-in-law.
If
yes,
your
but-
brother got it in with your brother-in-law, that'd be very weird.
Yeah. Okay. So if I moved in and I moved in with my brother-in-law and my girlfriend, and I was getting it in hard, and he heard, that would, I mean, I think it'd be more weird for him because that's his sister. But for me,
Yeah,
I wouldn't care.
exactly.
Yeah, but I wouldn't care. So it's of no consequence to me.
Yeah, but wouldn't you feel bad? You should feel bad that he feels uncomfortable in his
Also,
living
I
situation.
don't-
I would not feel bad because he is the one cohabitating in my space.
Also, I don't.
How do you know he's not cohabitating or you're cohabitating in his space? Because what if he lived?
Because the original agreement was me and my girlfriend, and then he decided, oh, I want to move in too.
But what
Okay,
if
that's
they
cool.
what if they originally lived together before somewhere else, and then they're moving in, technically moving in with you?
Oh, it's too
Or
bad.
you're moving in with them.
I've clearly marked my territory. It's time for him to move on.
And I don't want to bring anything or overstep my bounds, but you probably wouldn't care that your sister was getting diddled, or you heard. Not, I mean, because you and your sister don't have like the greatest relationship, right? Or am I?
I mean, yeah, you're right.
So yeah, what if it
okay.
was you, your sister, and your sister's
I wouldn't
boyfriend?
want to move in with them. First of all,
Let's say you did.
oh, let's say I was forced to.
Yeah.
like I had to.
Well, yeah. And
Like,
you heard.
I need a scenario because this.
Okay, let's say.
She was down on her luck.
Let's say no. How about this? Let's say your parents moved to Mexico. They sold a house.
Yeah.
Okay. You have nowhere to live.
I have nowhere to go.
You have nowhere to go.
I'm homeless.
You're homeless and you need to stay somewhere for the time being. Your brother lives in St. Louis. You're not moving to St. Louis because your job's here. Everything's here.
Mm-hmm.
The only place, any person that'll let you stay with them is your sister and her boyfriend.
But I think that's.
Hey, it's temporary. You
That's-
don't have to be there a lot,
I think that's.
but it's for a long-term temporary.
But that's
Long
that
enough,
also-
long enough for me to hear sounds that I don't
Yeah,
want to hear.
and let's just say every night, all you're gonna hear is your sister get pounded.
But that's situational too. I mean, if he's down in his luck and he has nowhere else to go, he's gonna put up with more, as opposed
That's-
to if he took her in, and it was his place and she needed a place to stay, and all of a sudden you heard loud thumping of like.
That's true.
Then it's
Yeah,
like all right,
like if I was not like if that same scenario that you just gave me, I would just get some headphones and go to
But
sleep.
what if it was so loud that you couldn't? That you
nobody's doing.
Nobody's that loud.
You never. Okay, fine. What
Unless
if
they're right next to you.
What if
But
they
then
are?
That's
what
a,
if,
that's a whole other set of issues.
What if they're like? What if they're like in the room next to you and the headboard hits the wall, so it's like pounding. In addition to,
No, I would just think it's the bass. I'm like,
yeah. In addition to, and you felt it a little because the walls are so
Oh,
thin,
okay.
and you would like feel
Yeah.
the pushing.
Start
yeah,
dan-
it's like feeling the bass.
Yeah.
If you say so, man.
Yeah, so I wouldn't care. So it's of no consequence to me, irregardless of the situation. So Mama should not feel bad at all.
Oh my God.
He already knows what's up.
Yeah.
Maybe he never thought about it. What if he?
Pretty sure.
Well,
What if he just thought?
I mean,
there's. What if he's like, man, there's no way this guy's getting in with my sister. They're boyfriend and girlfriend by name only.
my you know what was really uncomfortable the other day? Probably shouldn't be sharing personal things about my girl, but I hope she doesn't listen to the podcast anymore. So me and my girlfriend had a pregnancy scare. She was like late, and this was around the time that her family member passed away. So I said it was just stress, but she was starting to get scared, so it made her even more stressed. So she didn't menstruate for a while.
Yeah.
So I guess she told her mom about this. And one night when they were at a bar, like all her family was at a bar, and they were not celebrating their family member passing, but it was like a
Yeah, it was a get together.
get together to remember him by.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, standing with my girlfriend and her mom, and I'm drinking. And their mom gets really close to me, and she whispers in my ear. She's like, "You better be more careful next time." I was like, "What did I do?" I was like, "Did I say something about like her, her cousin that passed
Yeah.
away? Did I
No.
offend somebody?"
You offended someone's vaginal area.
Yeah. I was like, your mom just told me to be more careful. I was like, did I say something to someone? She's like, oh no, she meant that because I told her we almost got pregnant. So basically, her mom was like, stop shooting loads into my daughter. I thought that was pretty
So she
funny.
basically told you to stop shooting up her daughter's club?
Yeah, stop shooting that club up.
And have you?
No, she's on birth control. So
You're just shooting that
all the more
along.
reason. I'm at a shooting range.
You're-
So how's your brother gonna feel when you're shooting that club up
I mean,
and he's in the room next
he
door?
doesn't have to live there.
There's our room is like near the front of the apartment. His room is near the back. So unless I'm being obnoxiously loud, then I don't think it'd be a problem.
What about like where are you living anyway?
Living in the neighborhood of Bridgeport, Chicago.
Oh, nice neighborhood. Some part of it. you
It's a
living
lot better.
Are you living in the nice part or the bad part?
Well, it's gotten pretty much gentrified. There's a lot young, hip white people moving in.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I first heard about Bridgeport and when I first started hanging around there, I dated this girl when I was 19 years old, and she was like a Bridgeport hood rat. And back then, so I was 19. That was 2007.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like a completely different area. Like predominantly Hispanic, a lot of ganger bangers. Sometimes it was sketchy.
But there's the part by the field is all white. It was always been white for the most part.
Yeah,
And-
I mean
and
now,
high-
but like
expensive.
now, a lot of it is predominantly young white hipsters or yuppies. So I don't have to worry about anything. I wouldn't care about it. I would if my rent was like $600. I'd live in fucking Inglewood. I don't give a shit.
Your rent is less than $600 in Inglewood. I don't know why you
Probably.
live over there.
I wouldn't care because I have a car. I would just run to my car each night and just run to it and hope I don't, nothing happens to me.
So you just got to be careful.
Can you move your mic closer?
So you just got to be careful at when you're most vulnerable, and that's you going from the inside to
Yeah,
your car.
yeah,
and then
that's
from your car to
me
your house.
coming from my house to my car.
So you
back.
just got to have your key ready and you just run in your car.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're good.
So I would live anywhere, but I got to take it into consideration. My girlfriend doesn't drive, so that's why we picked a better part.
What side of it are you on?
I'm 4 blocks west of Halsted
Okay.
and 31st, May and 30, like Morgan and 31st.
Okay.
I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's
am.
right by,
Yeah.
it's right down the street from Maria.
For those that have no idea
I know where
what
you're
he's
at.
talking
Which is
about,
you.
he's basically moving from the slums to a slightly nicer slum.
Slightly.
You should let your brother-in-law know that he's gonna be listening to this all the time.
Who got that good D? I got that good D. Who got that good D? I got that
No, I
good
thought
D.
you had that other one.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were gonna put.
Yeah, way to fail at your own soundboard.
But as I was mentioning, some things have came to light after I signed this lease, and my whole relationship with my girlfriend has changed.
Ooh, like a lot of things are in question now.
Yeah, so like I said earlier, she believes that aliens exist.
So do you think she told you do you think that she waited till you signed that lease and then once you
Then
signed it,
she
you're like,
could-
hey, I got some stuff to tell you.
Then she took off that mask and was like, "This is who I really am."
and you're like, shit, I
Yeah.
fucking signed the lease already.
It's not that I don't believe in life and other planets. I don't believe in little green men flying spaceships. You know what I mean?
And visiting us.
And visiting us. And she started arguing with me. She was like, "Then what are they hiding in Roswell?"
Ask Pete.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Pete, one of our listeners. Does he live in New Mexico or Arizona?
Yeah, Roswell. He actually lives in Roswell.
Oh, Roswell. Pete, can you email us and tell us what happened at Roswell so I can shut my girlfriend up?
All right, Pete, there's your homework, buddy.
She's I don't know where she might have been joking, but she went into this whole conspiracy theory about how the government is hiding aliens from us, how they exist, how they've probably visited us. And I don't know how we got into it, but then
Mamba.
What?
I think.
Ooh, not fun facts. Not
Do
fun
we have a
facts.
not fun fact?
These facts are never fun. Not fun for anyone. Not fun facts.
What was that for? You're ruining everything. Why don't you just let me talk? Why don't you press buttons?
Is this conspiracy corner?
It's not a conspiracy. I was just going to say it really quickly. And then she started going into this whole conspiracy that the government they have the cure for cancer and AIDS, but they're not giving it to us.
What the fuck?
Because there's no money in the cure. There's money in treatment.
So I hope she doesn't listen to this. She's probably going to be like, I'm talking shit. I'm just playing a character.
Yeah, you play a persona.
Yeah.
So wait, hold on. So the government has aliens, which is a very common conspiracy. That's not out of the ordinary. But they have the cure for AIDS and cancer.
They had the cure. They won't release it though.
Like North Korea has the cure.
Yeah.
Well, they're full of shit. But we really do have it. But there's no money in the cure. There's only money in treatment.
There's only money in treatment.
Because we live in a capitalist society. It's all about the bottom line.
That's not necessarily true. Because
I told her, I'm like, okay. She was like, they have the cure. I'm like, who's they? She's like, the government. So they're keeping it. They're scientists. And I was like, well, the people who do cancer research and disease research is not one person. They're not like in a government lab. They're all doing the research. It's like
it's worldwide research.
It's worldwide research. There's a bunch of universities doing research,
and they all like talk to each other.
Yeah, they all talk to each other. She was like, "Yeah, well, they could just buy them out." I'm like, "They're not going to be able to do that."
Dude, you know how much money that would cost to buy out? Like,
yeah,
and let's just say, okay, let's say for argument's sake that they do buy them out. How good do you think it is for people to keep fucking secret? Hundreds of thousands of people to keep a secret of something of that magnitude.
Yeah,
it's gonna get out sooner or later. We would have heard something by now.
Not only that,
aside from like, conspiracy theorists.
And
we
if
would have heard something
there's some people you just can't buy out. Some people genuinely like helping if they discover the cure for cancer.
I mean, if people want to find out, if people want to find the answer to something, they will find it. Just like when Tom Brady's jersey went missing after the Super Bowl, they found that shit in Mexico like a week later. They found footage of the guy who took it. They found the jersey. Like, it's like, whoa, well, they can find anything they want.
Or when my girlfriend wanted to find out who these bitches I was talking to,
she found exactly.
She found out.
Yep.
She went through my phone. She found out. Everybody, if you do hard enough investigation, they'll find out.
All right, so maybe when Pete's taking a break fighting the bubonic plague, he can enlighten us on what happened in Roswell.
We could give us the deets.
Do you think he just like where he lives, like he just like opens like his window and he sees Roswell, like, oh, look,
yeah,
that's where the spaceship lives.
You mean
probably
Area 51? Because Roswell is like an area of New Mexico.
Oh well, that shows what I know.
So technically, he does every day open his window and see
look,
Roswell. yes, that's exactly what happens. He doesn't necessarily see Area 51. Which
Okay,
is
Junkyard, you proved your point.
they say they have the aliens.
He probably has to like scoot aliens off of his lawn, like
like we
fucking possums.
like we have flies or bees, or they have like little aliens. Like, oh fuck them.
Yeah,
they have like
get out,
get. Like he
walks out of my cactus farm, the aliens.
Cactus farm.
He runs out with like a rake, like get off my lawn.
Goddamn extraterrestrials.
Actually, no, wait, they don't have lawns. They have like it's just like sand, right? 'Cause it's like really dry. Like get off, like you're right. Get off my cactus plants.
Yeah,
he's over there like swinging a rake.
Stop messing with that there tumbleweed. Peter, I know you're probably gonna listen to this. This is an accurate description of what Arizona or New Mexico is like. Please say yes.
Like
shoot us an email or a voicemail.
Nothing would make us happier than to know we were correct on that assumption.
Also, probably the more egregious thing I learned about my girlfriend. This one, she wanted to go to the movies. I'm like, okay, what'd you want to see? And I made some suggestions, and I was like, oh, The Incredibles 2 just came out. She was like, I don't really want to see that. I'm like, what? I'm like, how could you not want to see it? It's been years. It's been over a decade since the original one came out. She was like, I never saw it. Oh man, I almost broke up with her.
You know, I had that exact same discussion. We're talking about movies, and we're like, oh, like what movie do you want? It's like, oh, like, because she's like, oh, I really want to go see that Jurassic. She's a fan of Jurassic Park, the new Jurassic World.
Who isn't?
Huh?
Who isn't?
Yeah, exactly.
I actually want to go see that. Comes out tomorrow. Today?
Yeah.
Or tomorrow?
So I was like, oh, we should really go see Jurassic World, the new one. And it's like, oh, but I also want to see Incredibles 2. Like, I'm really excited to see it. She's like, eh. I'm like, wait, but you're like a huge Disney fan, like the biggest. Like, you go to Disney World more than anyone I know.
Did she not count Pixar's Disney?
She does. She's seen all but she's like, oh, I've never seen the first one. I was like, what?
That's a shame.
I was like, I know exactly what you mean. Like you just
fuck is wrong with you?
everything is in question now.
I bet you've seen fucking Ratatouille, but you haven't seen The Incredibles.
I saw the first Incredibles. Honestly I wasn't a big fan, but that's 'cause I'm not a big fan of animation.
Choose your words wisely, friend.
I wasn't a big fan.
Choose your words wisely.
I wasn't a big fan. Those are my words.
All right.
Just because
Tony, let's ride. Take your fucking headphones off.
That's it. We're fucking done.
I just-
We don't need. I don't need this shit.
I'm not a fan of animated movies.
I'll put
in
up
general.
I'll put up with this shit. I'll put up with that shit from someone that domes me off. But for someone that does not dome me off at all, I'm not putting up with that
Look,
shit.
yeah, don't throw this bottle at your head, friend. That's sacrilegious.
I mean, I can dome you off if you want. Let's play it out.
Well, I mean, hey,
Hey,
BJ's a BJ.
not want to turn down a free meal.
I just think The Incredibles was such a great movie, and
I
it
loved
is
it.
a huge injustice that before we got into Incredibles 2, we got 3 fucking Cars movies.
Oh, the first one was great. Second one, Third one, I haven't seen the third one actually because
I've only watched the first one.
the second one kind of really.
I bet you loved the first one, didn't
I
you?
didn't like any of the Cars movies. Or I only saw the first one. I didn't like that one. I'm a big fan of animations. The only ones that I actually really, really enjoyed were Wreck-It Ralph.
That was a great movie.
And they're making another one, which I'm excited for.
Wreck-It Ralph. There's another one. Coco. Coco was fucking fantastic.
Coco was great. If you like crying.
Coco, Wreck-It Ralph. I think there's one more. Aside from the original, like when you were a kid, like Lion
I
King,
thought you were gonna say
Aladdin, type
something
things like that.
I thought you were gonna say something like totally ignorant, like Shrek.
I didn't like Shrek, and that's not Disney. That's DreamWorks.
I know, but I'm saying that's why.
No.
I like
But I
Shrek.
like Shrek. I thought Shrek was great.
Shrek is
I
great.
didn't like Shrek. I wasn't a big fan of Shrek either. I like I said, I enjoyed like the Aladdin and like all that old shit, like the Little Mermaid and shit like that.
Okay, so in your older years, you have lost an appreciation for it.
Yeah, I'm just not a big fan. Like I said,
I was
like I
always
said,
a huge fan of Pixar.
Wreck-It-
Ever
Wreck-It-
since Toy Story, like I was like a huge
the first
fan
Toy
of
Story
all
is good. I enjoyed Toy Story, but that also came out when I was like, younger. The second and third Toy Story I wasn't a huge fan of.
What about Big Hero 6?
That's the other one. That's the one I was missing.
I never seen that
Big
one.
Hero
I heard it was
6.
good, though.
It is
Big
really
Hero
good.
6 is really good. Big Hero 6, Wreck-It Ralph.
I think it's on Netflix.
And
Maybe I should
It
watch
is.
it.
You should watch it. It's really good.
Big
It is
Hero
awesome.
6, Wreck-It Ralph, and what's the other one I just mentioned? Coco are
And
my.
I think
are my
Mandy Moore's the
favorite.
voice of one of the. Was it Hillary Duff?
Which one?
She's the voice of the girl in Big Hero,
Big Hero
6.
6.
Oh, is she? No,
Look it up
okay.
because I feel like I should know this.
If it's
But anyway, Big Hero 6, great. All Pixar movies, great. And if you haven't seen The Incredibles, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you.
Yeah, do yourself a favor. Stop listening to this podcast.
And go watch Incredibles right now.
It's on Netflix.
Oh, and Creed 2 trailer dropped.
Oh.
Amazing. I am super excited.
I am.
Mamba is more excited because he found out it was directed by Sylvester Stallone. So you know what that means.
Rape scene.
So are you worried or relieved that there's going to be at least one scene?
Both.
I
I
don't-
actually Googled it today. I was like, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I overthunk it.
You overthought it.
I overthought it, and there wasn't really a rape scene in Rocky. So I Googled it. Was there a rape scene in Rocky? And there's a whole Reddit subreddit dedicated to it.
to the lore.
And some guy had the same question. He posted a link to the video, the YouTube.
But I don't understand why people need to quit. It's like just if you watch the movie, you can see for yourself.
It was just a different time.
It wasn't rape. It was more like
He pressured her.
it was pressure.
sexually.
Yeah.
It was sexual pressure. I don't necessarily consider
Okay, it wasn't a
'cause
rape scene.
I mean, she did after he pressured her. She's like, okay.
What'd you say? Did she
gave
wanted
in.
it?
No, I didn't say she wanted it. I said she said
You
okay.
Scum.
I said she said okay.
Oh, that's another-
So even though she said no, you think she wanted it? Is that what you're saying?
She said no to the kiss. She didn't say no to fucking.
Um,
If you watch the movie again,
what was I gonna say? Yeah, like he just we already talked about this on the podcast
Mm-hmm.
many times. People, her whole family says that she's retarded.
no, her family didn't say that. It was her, like everybody on the outside. Because Polly never said she was retarded. She took care of Polly.
Also, this movie was made in the 70s, so they said things. I'm not just making that word up.
No, they did.
They called her retarded.
Yeah, they're like
It was other people that called her retarded. Not Polly never said it, which was her only family
And
member.
then he goes to an apartment. He immediately takes off his shirt, and she's just standing by the door with her jacket.
in all
on.
fairness,
she can't wait to go.
he didn't have a shirt on in like a lot of the part of most of the movie. So
When it
especially when he spends like how many weeks in like Russia, and like with all bundled up, working out outside, and then he goes
yeah.
to fight. He has like a sick tan, like he's been at the beach for the past 6 months.
And then he corners this poor girl. He like puts both hands. He's like, "No, you can't go." And they fall to the floor. She's like, there's an implication. She's like, I don't want to do this, but if I don't do this, this man who beats other men up for a living is probably going to murder me. So this guy with a speech impediment is going to fuck me.
Because in his mind, he's like, either we're fucking or I'm fucking.
Yeah,
so she's like, oh,
hard to watch.
Anyway, Big Hero 6, Mandy Moore or Hilary Duff, neither are.
Damn, I was way off. Who was I thinking?
Genesis Rodriguez?
There you go. That's what I was thinking.
Jamie Chung.
She is amazing, by the way.
Who's Genesis Rodriguez?
She is like this super sexy girl.
She's a Mexican telenovela.
Yeah, like I fell in love with her.
Well, she's not Mexican, I don't think, but she's from a telenovela actress.
I fell in love with her in Doña Bárbara, which was,
I was thinking
one of the best novelas ever.
The first time I saw her was in that movie Man
on a Ledge.
Man on a Ledge.
I was thinking of that lady from Jane the Virgin.
No, it's Genesis. That's not Gina Rodriguez.
Oh.
Yeah. No relation.
You could easily get a misconstrued.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'm sure they look the same too.
They don't look anything like you racist fuck.
It's okay though, because I'm Hispanic, so I can make those jokes. That's how it works, right? You can only make jokes that
Yeah.
Like if you're Jewish, you can make Jewish. Like in Seinfeld, like
where
the doctor,
dentist
he converted to
Judaism.
Oh,
for
yeah.
the
and
jokes.
there's a whole like conspiracy.
He's an anti-dentite.
There's a whole conspiracy that he only did it just for
the
the jokes.
Yeah, it was Tim Watley. That was the name
Speaking of
the dentist.
jokes about ethnics, I stumbled across this Onion article.
Mm-hmm.
So for those who may not know, and I thought I would do this as a quick segment because they were so fucking funny. None of this is my original content, but I just thought we should have to share it. So those who may know, there's a problem going down in Texas. There's a bunch of kids
We're actually going to talk about this later on.
being
in the
locked
show.
up by like animals. But were you guys aware that Trump signed an executive order
Yeah.
to
I think he did that today.
Yeah.
he signed an
Just happened
executive
today.
order to not separate children from
Yeah.
kids anymore.
Yeah.
So the Onion being
The Onion.
ready at all time,
Yup.
the Onion being the Onion, they made an article said breaking. America's white population plummets to 2.7% after Trump caves on immigration enforcement. That's pretty funny by itself. But then you get to the comments. Let's see. The first comment is, as soon as he signed this order, an illegal appeared at my desk and took my job. I, for one, welcome our new taco truck driving overlords. This one is MS-14 through MS-27 all crossed over this afternoon.
That was good. That is a good MS-14 through 27 already.
This one was probably the funniest and most relevant. It said, maybe the U.S. will finally win the World Cup with the infusion of Hispanic blood. Junkyard, you weren't laughing.
That is funny. That's because Junkyard's not amused.
I am amused. The funniest one was the first one.
No, I think the funniest one was the MS.
14
Because if you're not aware, there's
There's
a
MS-13.
gang
Yes, I get it.
called MS-13.
Yes, I get
They're
it.
from El Salvador. And plot twist, or ironically, the creation of that gang was due to deportation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I guess how it started was that a lot of people from El Salvador, like kids, whatever, they were coming over here. And, when they were coming to L.A., and L.A. was kind of rough. Obviously, they could only afford to live in the rough parts.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of gang activity. So all these gangs were out. So they started their own gang. And they kind of saw how the gangs operate over here, the extortion, all that stuff. So as they were getting arrested and getting deported, they started taking whatever they learned here, and they just started forming their own gangs down there.
Down there.
And since down there's like, their law enforcement is not as scary as it is over here, and they can pretty much get away with murder down there. They became like one of the biggest, most dangerous gangs.
And they're all over they're not just all over. They're all over. They're
they've
like,
grown. Now they're like,
they're in Mexico. They're all over the place.
yeah, and
All over the U.S.
What's the recruitment process like?
Well, what they do is they'll look for people who have been recently deported. Like if you get deported, like they'll be like, all right, well, you got two choices: either you join our gang or we kill you. And a lot of times, I guess they're gonna join the gang. And even in Mexico too, a lot of the gangs, that's what they do. Like they'll wait for
People get
the
deported.
people that get deported, and people that like some people that get deported, like they have little family down there. They don't know They don't know anyone. They can't just like go down there, get a job, and start living out there. Like so, they get put in these positions where, like, either you join us or well, you're probably gonna die.
You know what? So I think all gangs started out with good intentions. It was just.
I don't think so.
Do you know that for a fact, asshole?
You don't.
I think the whole like
Because I watched documentaries about it.
Because Latin King started. Didn't that start with like just because
I think most gangs started in order just to protect the neighborhood and protect
themselves from.
Yeah. Fuck
From
you
other
over there-
gangs?
what the fuck are you over there smirking for?
it's funny. Like they're protecting the neighborhood from what? From other gangs?
Probably they were probably protecting themselves from the whites, sir,
Like
and police.
like one of the biggest gangs in the U.S. called the KKK.
They're just protecting their women.
They're protecting the bloodline.
Yeah, they're protecting the bloodline.
Yep.
Hence the inbreeding. That's what I've heard. That's what I've seen documentaries about it. But things change. You get younger and younger kids in gangs, and they start getting reckless. And then the crack epidemic during the 80s, and it became
The opioid epidemic now.
But it's okay though, because none of that matters anymore because we now have a space force.
Hold on, we're gonna get to that. Let's get to our
Isn't that
let's get
awesome?
to our Urban Dictionary word of the
So
day.
for those that don't know,
No, seriously, I got like a whole thing set up ready for that. So hold on.
so for those that don't know,
you're stifling our creativity.
No, okay, let's get to our Urban Dictionary word of the
All
day.
right.
This is Tony's favorite, one of Tony's favorite words.
all right, go ahead.
It is business. Can you guys tell me what business means?
How is it spelled?
Just like you normally spell
Oh,
business.
is it like when you give?
but
someone,
it's an Urban Dictionary word of the day.
is it like when you give someone the business?
Maybe. What
Is
does
it
that
business or business?
mean? Business.
It's when you give them the business.
What does that mean?
That means you're giving them the business.
What can you give me?
giving them that
you
word,
can't,
dog.
You
You
can't
give
define
them
a word
that
with
word.
the same word with its,
All right,
with
like
itself.
I use this as an example. Like I went to visit my brother, and I brought this game with me, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Oh, I went too.
And
Made a-
basically,
made a pilgrimage.
I was giving Mamba and my brother
Not
the business.
true. Not true.
I was giving him the business so hard that Mamba walked out of there, Mamba.llc. My brother walked out of there, Rudy Incorporated. That's how much of the business I was giving him.
What did your brother say on Facebook?
Oh, he made a really funny comment.
He said, "I'm gonna."
Because we were talking about there's a new Smash Brothers game coming out, which is also super exciting news. And we were watching the trailer.
But it's only for Wii U, right?
Well, yeah. Why?
They're all
not-
for
not Wii U, I'm sorry,
Nintendo.
They're all for
For
Nintendo
Nintendo,
consoles.
yeah.
Yeah. So there's a new Smash Brothers game coming out. For those who don't know, Smash Brothers or the Smash Brothers games
Are quite fun.
They're all amazing. So there's this new one, and it's supposed to be like the best. Like the trailer looks great. It's got every character.
Hence
you should be
the
excited.
name.
Junkyard Snake's coming back.
I am and I'm not excited.
Hence the name.
I'll give you
Super
two
Smash
reasons.
Brothers Ultimate.
I'm excited for Smash Brothers because I love Smash Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I am not excited for Smash Brothers because I don't have the console and I'm not planning on buying one.
Why not? Get it with you.
Because I don't believe in buying
Well,
a
the
console
good thing
for
is
one
that
game.
the good thing is that I will have one. I can just bring it anytime because it's
That will
very
work.
portable.
You gonna
Anyway,
give him that work, bro.
And I'll give him that work.
Damn.
You're gonna come out of here JYD Incorporated. So anyway, so me and my brother would always play Melee. We'd always go at it. So I posted I'm gonna give you the business. You're gonna walk out of there Rudy.llc. And what did he say?
He said, "I'm gonna give you so much work that,
That OSHA.
is gonna have to report you from."
Yeah, he's like OSHA's gonna open up a case for violating labor laws.
All right. Now that we
good.
told that hilarious story,
That was pretty funny.
what Tony said was not true.
Mamba,
We
I
did
was-
go to St. Louis.
I was giving you that work.
Once again, I drove to St. Louis. I just wanted to put that out there. And he did bring his Marvel vs. Capcom Ultimate, and I brought shame to the Villalba brother line.
You disrespected his house.
Yeah, I disrespected his. I christened his fucking house. And not only that, your brother was using like not a boss character.
He was using Nemesis from Resident Evil, big ass character.
He takes he has the most health, takes no flinch damage. So if you hit him, he's not gonna
like if he starts swinging, and you start hitting him, it won't stop his swing. He'll just
he's a tank.
Yeah.
Didn't matter. Tony was using whoever used his ultimate, but I found the ultimate tag team of Gamora and Chris Redfield. And I walked out of that house a champ.
Who's Chris Redfield?
Fuck you. That's who.
She's from Resident Evil.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, Mamba. I was giving you that work with Captain America. I was giving you that
I don't
Final
remember
Justice.
That. I don't remember that.
Man, are you sure? Because I recall as we were playing, when I was playing you, the unemployment rate was dropping rapidly. That's how much work you were getting.
I know you don't play that anymore.
No, it's all about Dragon Ball.
I'm gonna have to get Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
So you can get more work? You trying to work overtime? Mm-hmm. Trying to get that OT, dog?
Yeah. I want to embarrass you not on one but two video games.
All right, well, back to our prediction word of the day where this started.
Or you should get Dead or Alive. That way I can embarrass you and Junkyard. Because they got that new one they just announced.
Which one?
They announced a new Dead or Alive.
Oh, Dead or Alive. Oh, yeah.
For
some reason, I heard Resident Evil. I don't know why that. That's not what you said, but that's what I heard.
Yeah,
he said it earlier, 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, are you
Are you lagging hard as fuck?
Yeah. Wait.
So
who's Chris Reed?
Yeah. So if you see a joke now, Mama, he might laugh
That's why I didn't laugh at those.
Oh, I get it. MS-14.
MS-14 through 27.
That's hilarious, Mama. Good job.
I'm glad. We just have to wait for you. You just have to buff for a little bit.
Hey, back to our word of the day.
All right, go ahead.
So business is kind of what Tony's talking about. A bad beating or ass whooping.
Oh.
That's it. Let me use it in a sentence. If that kid keeps talking about me, I'm going to give him that business. So whenever Tony says business today, which is one of the words he uses quite frequently, you will hear... So anyway, Dead or Alive?
Dead or Alive. If you guys are trying to get the business, you let me know.
Yeah, but then you would have to get an Xbox One, right? It's on Xbox.
It's on PlayStation 4 too.
Really? I always thought it was an Xbox.
It was
the original. Yeah, it was an Xbox.
Not the original one, but the one. It was it.
Majority of them.
No, it was. Okay,
no, because they were on PlayStation 2.
Actually, the very first one, Dead or Alive, was Dreamcast.
Right, and then the second one was PlayStation.
Dead or Alive 2 was Dreamcast. Then it was Dead or Alive 2, or Dead or Alive. It was two songs.
Dead or Alive
right.
Beach Volleyball.
That was on Xbox.
Great.
I had that. That was an Xbox. That was the original Xbox.
Yeah.
Was that whole game just them playing beach volleyball?
Yeah.
It was them.
It was volleyball.
It was mini games.
Oh, okay.
It was a fun game.
It was.
I never played it.
It's kind of like what's funny is like that game, those type of games are so common in Japan. There's a whole library of games that are just
bullshit games.
Mini games. Yeah, that's what they are. They're bullshit games. All it is you basically dress up the girls, you buy them outfits, you play mini games where their boobs are flying all over the place, and that's what people like in Japan.
You know which game that was all about? Pretty much the whole game was playing mini games against other people.
Mario Party.
No.
Pokemon.
No, it was for Xbox only. It came out only for the Xbox One. Fusion Frenzy. Fucking fantastic.
You know, people have been bitching about a remake for that game for so long.
Dude, that game was so fucking awesome. I fucking love that game. Because it's basically just a bunch of mini games. You play against other people and these different levels. And it's you had to jump over these things, or you had those rolling balls, that you hold on to, and you have to push each other off. You have to push each other. You had to push each other off the map. I mean, they had tons of games. They had a bumper cart game, but it wasn't bumper cart. It was on water. There was one where you had it was on ice, and there was an ice trail behind you, and if they went into your ice trail, they died. Dude, it was just a bunch of little mini games, and it was really fun.
That was a fun game,
especially when you were with 4 people.
I'm surprised they didn't remaster or remake it or make a.
They came out. They did. They came out Fusion Frenzy 2
because it was super popular.
Yeah,
but I think it stopped at 2, right?
I think that's it. That was it.
And that was for was it for just?
I think that was the Xbox. I think it was still the original Xbox.
That wasn't even for the 360.
No, I don't think so. But anyway, yeah, Dead or Alive. I'm excited for that. I think I'm going to get that. I don't know. Wait, you don't have an Xbox One, do you?
No.
See, I liked it better for Xbox. Personally, I don't like the PlayStation. I play FIFA on the PlayStation. I'm not a big fan.
I'm sure
I don't like the controller.
No difference.
The controller is not as comfortable as the Xbox controller.
I think the controller for PlayStation is way better for fighting games.
I don't know. I feel like the
Although if I
thumbsticks.
do recall, when we were playing Dead or Alive for the Xbox, like, I mean, I was giving you the business hard.
Junkyard. What's the button?
And we were using the S controller and the Duke. Remember the Duke?
Yeah, the big ass
That
Xbox.
big
controller.
ass original Xbox.
Oh, the original.
controller.
They sell those again.
Yeah,
They're
for
like
Xbox
they're
One.
rare now. They're in demand. People want those. The Duke.
I can't wait till like Smash Brothers Ultimate comes out.
So what? You can get that work.
I'm gonna like.
You wouldn't even know what to do.
I'm gonna buy. Hopefully they come out.
Did you
with
play the original
a
Smash
Wii-
Brothers?
Yeah, I played all of them. Hopefully they come out with a fucking GameCube controller. That way, when I
Well,
beat
they
you
are.
guys, I'm gonna like I use a fucking GameCube
Oh,
controller.
they announced that you can. You can.
Oh, with those stupid ass button configurations.
Yeah.
That's how we used to play. That's how the only real way we played
Yeah.
was on the
With GameCube controllers.
with the Wii. We played with the game.
Yeah. But yeah, they announced that it's going to support the.
Nice.
But you got to get what you have to buy
Yeah.
controllers. I can't use the original GameCube controllers. I'm assuming.
No, you'd have to buy
I
it.
think you have to buy.
Right. Yeah.
Which I mean,
Because
I mean,
the Wii supported the actual
yeah.
controllers.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm excited for Smash
Jughead,
Bros.
I feel like-
if they say you got to buy 4 new controllers, I'll buy 4 new.
My favorite
don't-
my favorite character is Lucas
Oh, because he's got
because he got heart.
even though you got your ass beat every time you
No
picked
matter,
him.
he got heart.
Yeah. Yeah. He was saying that as he was like flying off the stage, getting his ass whooped. He's got heart.
He got more heart than Rudy. That's for damn sure.
I'm always I was always into superheroes as a kid, and as a kid I grew a soft spot for Captain Falcon.
With the Falcon Punch.
Pounce.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm really good at timing it right. So, like, I'll get you.
I think Falcon Punch is an Urban Dictionary word, isn't it?
It is. It's for something else though. Like I mean, it's not like it has to do with the video game.
I think, yeah, but let me see it.
I have it right here. I have Urban
Look it
Dictionary up.
Bust it out.
Joker, I feel like when you were growing up, you were always a kid that got stuck with the Mad Catz controller.
No, I actually had legit controllers.
Yeah, but if you went over somebody's house and they asked you if you wanted to play, they'd give you the controller with the turbo button.
That's what everybody did. Nobody ever. If you had one controller that was a good one and one that was a Mad Catz, your guest always gets the Mad Catz one.
I don't think I would always flip that on and off. I don't think the turbo button did anything.
They did, and some of them they did.
Did they?
Yeah.
I
They
never
just-
noticed.
The Mad Catz one, like the turbo shit, like it worked. It's just those controllers just were shit and they don't last very long. So Falcon Punch, an extremely animated and or self-narrated punch that resembles that dealt by Captain Falcon of SNES game F-Zero in Nintendo video game Super Smash Bros. Usually accompanied by a scraping phrase Falcon Punch. That's what that one says. The cause of a solution of all life's problems. Falcon Punch. The act of jumping off of your F-Zero vehicle.
I remember a different one,
Yeah, so do I.
and it was very disturbing.
All right, Junker.
Oh, there we go. Scroll down to number 7. That's the one I remember,
Oh, it's on page 2.
and I'm glad that it's like, yeah.
What the fuck? It went from 6 to 8. Hold on. Let me go back. That's interesting. Oh, here was 7. The act of intentionally punching a pregnant female in the stomach so as to cause miscarriage. Shouting the phrase Falcon Punch is optional.
And
You're right.
What makes that interesting is I'm gonna go a little deeper into this. The nature of the Falcon Punch is kind of a slight uppercut, so that's why
yeah.
yeah.
Man A. Oh, man, I got this chick pregnant. Man B. How about you do a favor and give her
her a
that
good
old
old
Falcon Punch? That's fucked up.
Yes, terrible word. Never use it.
Unless you're playing Smash
Unless you're
Brothers.
playing Smash Brothers. Falcon Punch.
Can I guess your gripe of the week, Tony? You probably don't have one, but I'll give you one.
Do I have a gripe?
Is your gripe that Waluigi's not in there?
Oh, that's my brother's gripe. My brother was livid. He was bigly hurt. I'm like, how big are you? I asked my brother, like, how mad are you? Big mad or little mad? He's like, I'm bigly mad. So for those that don't know, the new Smash Brothers has every character since the original Smash Brothers, even the guest characters from other franchises. And everyone thought that, they introduced a new... I'll make it real quick. They introduced what they call Echo characters, which is kind of like a similar character, but kind of different. But instead of making them a whole different character, they just call it an Echo character. Like Peach.
Wolf? He's basically like
Wolf is his own character, but kind of like Peach and Daisy.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
there's Princess Peach and there's Princess Daisy. But instead of making Princess Daisy like her own separate, complete character, she's an Echo character of Peach, which she looks different and
But plays exactly the same.
no, not exactly. There's slight variation to the moves, but not enough to consider her a brand new, whole different character.
Yeah.
So everyone was thinking like, hey, maybe you can have Waluigi as an echo character of Luigi
Yeah.
or Wario. Nope. Not only did they completely exclude him, they made him an assist trophy, and in the trailer they just have him getting knocked the fuck out, and people were very upset. So who knows? Maybe Nintendo will listen and they'll make him a DLC character. But that was pretty funny because, I mean, the internet is an interesting place. People get upset by some of the strangest things.
You figure they would listen, though. In a game that has such diehard fans that people still play, like the original one.
Yeah. Like the original, not the original, but Melee
Yeah, at least Melee.
is still like one of the biggest games in Evo. And Evo is like the biggest fighting game tournament in like the country. And, like every year they have it in Vegas, and the top players from all over the world compete in like all the various fighting games. And Melee, since its inception, has always had like a huge crowd and a huge fan base, and super competitive. And even
What
though
system do they? Was that
they
was
play
on?
on the GameCube.
Okay,
Not only do they play on the GameCube, but they play on those like old TVs.
but how do they?
the ones that have to like
Yeah, like the
you,
CRT.
They
play,
like you hear a thud when they power on.
yeah,
like
like,
dum. Yeah.
How do they keep? How do they keep the GameCubes and everything like pristine?
You
And,
refurbish them.
no, I know you can refurbish them, but I'm saying like I don't know. I just feel like that's a lot of work.
No, I mean, I have a GameCube. It still works.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, it plays games. It's not supposed to do much.
I mean, if it's a big event like
you gotta think about it. Like older consoles, like all they had was like one purpose. That's to play games. The GameCube couldn't even play CDs. You just
the
play
little mini discs.
Newer consoles have like a hard drive. They have video cards. They have like, internet access. They have like so many things. Yeah, like they probably wouldn't last as long. After like maybe 10, 15 years, that hard drive's going to die. But older systems
The
didn't
hard
have
drives are
that.
a little bit easier to replace than some of those.
That's true. But I'm saying like,
Especially for like GameCube.
Yeah.
Like if a part goes out, it's pretty damn near impossible to. You probably have to like get it off another GameCube.
yeah, just
You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't
Yeah.
be able to just like
Luckily,
buy
I mean,
like a hard drive. You know what I'm saying?
But luckily, the state of where things are now, it's not like GameCubes are super scarce. I mean, you can find them pretty easily.
yeah, we're not talking about 50
And
years
not
later.
just that, but
yeah.
like they were on optical discs. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
shit gets scratched, the shit stops working. You know, like
Yeah.
they got to keep like a pristine copy,
It was the number,
especially for something like
it was the number one selling game. Like I
competitive
said, like
game.
yeah.
Do they even bother with like the newer?
No, they actually do have I think the Smash Brothers for the Wii U, like it's almost like they have separate fan bases. Like some of a lot of the players that play like Melee don't play like the new one because the mechanics are completely different, and it's like it's kind of like a totally different game, even though it's on the same franchise. So like it's two totally separate crowds, separate fan bases.
I didn't play the one on the Wii. They have one on the Wii U. I didn't play that one.
Yeah, they have one on the Wii and the Wii U.
No, I know the Wii. Not the, I'm talking about the Wii U.
No, it's pretty good.
I played the one.
I mean, it's fun, but like
I
as
used to
far,
play the one on the Wii,
But
but
as
on
far
the-
as like competitive, like the competitive space goes, like Melee is like the number one, like to this day. So and what was exciting about the new one is that they're kind of going back to those roots. They're making it like faster. There's a lot more control you have over certain aspects of the game that you didn't have before, type
Right.
of thing. So I mean, I guess they're finally listening. Took them like 12 years to finally like give in and be like, all right, we'll try to like appease the fighting game community, which is probably like some of their biggest fans. But anyway, yeah.
So for those of you who stopped listening, we are done with our Super Smash Bros.
This is not a video game podcast.
Although it can be, because E3 just wrapped up, and
Anything good come out of that besides the Smash Brothers?
I don't remember. Oh,
Kingdom Hearts?
Speaking of Resident Evil, Resident Evil 2 remake
yeah.
got announced, which
did
I
see
was
that
very excited about. I'm a fan of the Resident Evil games.
I was never a big fan of those
And
games.
they actually had gameplay footage of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh yeah, and they got a release date. I think.
Finally, yeah, 2019 January or something.
Yeah, January 19th, 2019.
So that's
You know how long how long it's been? I was fucking 17, so 13 years.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything.
I remember when, I mean, I didn't play it, but Tony used to play. I used to go to his house. He'd be like, "What are you doing? Playing Kingdom Hearts?"
Yeah, that was for PlayStation 2.
The funny thing
The
is
original.
that there's been a lot of, I guess there's sequels.
They're like spin-offs.
Yeah, spin-offs. But I haven't played. I probably could have like satiated my desire to play the game by playing the spin-offs, but I never played them.
I mean, you can like actually if you have PS4, right?
Yeah, they have I think
Yeah.
they have that.
You have like the comp though. I think it's like cheap, it's like $30 for like.
And
the
you get all of
HD,
them, yeah.
1 and 2. You can get all. But it's like, I would say only play 1, 2, maybe 1 or 2 of the spin-offs because a lot of them are like, I don't know, like the whole timeline of it is like so fucked up. Like
I heard it's really convoluted.
it's super convoluted. Like if you play them in the order they were released, it's like
Doesn't make any sense.
doesn't make any sense for some reason.
You know, I've been waiting for
But-
2 video game sequels.
The sequel to Sneak King.
No, not
For
that.
those that don't know, Sneak King was an Xbox game
Came from Burger King.
that yeah, I think it was like if you go to Burger King and if you buy an extra value meal, you can buy one of 3 Xbox games for like $5 or something.
I think it was less than that, wasn't it?
I
I
think
don't
it was
remember,
5.
but I bought all of them.
I think it was $5, which now you're like, ugh. But at the time, Xbox was like a hot system. Like for you to get a game for $5, like that
That's
was
cheap as
like
fuck.
that was amazing.
Because I think this is right when I got my 360. I think I played Sneaking.
It was for the Xbox One, the original Xbox, wasn't it?
It was the original Xbox.
Yeah, it was for
I remember there was one.
Oh,
there,
it wasn't for the
there- it was
360?
there was Sneak King, and there was another one where I think like a little go kart or a racing one.
Yeah. It was the same thing. It was like the King was you had to race with
Yeah.
the King.
But
Yeah.
this was big at the time because
Yeah.
I mean this is before, you know, the new Xbox and the PS4. So
Yeah.
like games were like all. This went back when games were like all $60. The beginning of the new generation and all that. And so for you to get an Xbox game, and I remember that was in the reviews, like it was not a good game by any means, but one of the positives, or the only reason it got like maybe 2 stars out of 5 was the price. Like, hey, for $5, what the fuck do you expect?
All
you
he
know?
did was had to sneak up on people and give them
Yeah.
like Whoppers or some shit.
It's kind of like Metal Gear Solid, but with burgers. You got to
You just
sneak
hang
up on
out.
people, and then if you're able to like sneak up on them, then you got to give them a burger. That was the whole point of the game.
But yeah, no, that's not the sequel I'm waiting for. Sneak King 2. I've been waiting for Max Payne.
You never played Max Payne 3?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm waiting for the fucking sequel.
Did you ever beat 1? Because I remember
Yeah,
I was here
I
at
beat
your house,
one- I beat-
and you could never disarm that bomb.
Yeah, I beat it. I beat 1, and then I beat 2 in 1 day.
Never played 2, but I've played 1 and 3. 3 is probably one of my favorite
Yeah,
games
3
ever.
3 was awesome. I had
Did
that
you
for
have a
the
hard
X-
time? It took me forever. Did you have a hard time getting through that? It's because I was a kid and it freaked me the fuck out. You know, on
when
one.
3 came out?
No, I'm talking about. Did I say 3? I meant
Yeah.
1.
Oh,
And 1.
the dreams sequence
Yeah,
where he's like
where
all
you-
fucked up and it's dark and,
and
and you hear the babies cry.
Yeah, the
crying.
baby crying. And
That was freaky as
I was
fuck.
playing like in the middle of the night and I was weirded out.
I was weirded out by it too. It always gave me. I got through it, but it used to always give me chills.
Yeah.
Because it was really freaky.
I love Max Payne.
I do too. Like I said, the second one I rented it. I think from Blockbuster.
Oh, bro,
I
you
was
didn't
living.
use GameFly?
I was living in St. Louis. No,
What? You
Gamefly.
missed
Say
a
Gamefly
golden
did-
opportunity there.
GameFly didn't exist at the time. I think I got it from Blockbuster, and I was living in St. Louis. I remember I was off. I used to work at a retail establishment, not to be named,
You can name it.
and
Circuit City.
yeah, Circuit City, and I had to have to work the next day, and I didn't have school, so I rented it. I stood up all fucking night, all the way. I didn't go to sleep till like 3 or 4 in the morning, and I finished it. Finished the whole game in in less than 24
Nice.
hours. It was awesome. It's the only game I've ever done that with. But yeah, I love the Max Payne series. That one and Hitman. Waiting for another Hitman to come out.
There have been plenty of Hitmans.
You're not understand.
there's
You
also-
don't understand what I'm saying. I'm waiting for the next Hitman to come out.
There's also movies.
You've played the
I played every single Hitman game.
you watch
even
the
the one
movie?
that's
Yes.
already out.
Yes.
Did you watch the movie?
Yes.
I thought all you did was play FIFA.
No, motherfucker. I stopped playing like a bunch of video games a while ago, but like I played like in my time I played a lot of games. Max Payne. I love the game, the Grand Theft Auto series. Played all the Grand Theft Auto. Well, not all of the Grand. I didn't play the original ones. Like I think the first 2. I started I think at Vice City and everything from Vice City on. I've played. I've played like I said, Max Payne, Hitman, Fable. I'm a big Fable fan. I love Fable. That fucking game's awesome. I played all the Fables. I haven't finished all of them though. I think I've only finished the first 2. I don't think I finished the last one.
Well, it wouldn't be a hobby of yours if you didn't give it up.
Played Oblivion.
Get him off, you dog.
Whatever, dude. Anyway,
Bro,
no,
I
I
gave
like.
you that business.
Gave you that work.
I love video games
Press
that are
button.
alive. That
Press
was about.
button.
I was a huge.
Press button.
I was a huge Dead or Alive fan.
I remember I used to whoop your ass with Halo.
Her name wasn't Halo.
Master Chief?
Yeah. Yeah, Master Chief. Yeah, Master Chief was in Dead or Alive 3
Yeah.
Ultimate or whichever
Some
one
shit like
or
that, yeah.
4. I don't know.
No,
not
four,
4.
not 4. It was. I think it was 3.
Yeah, so like Master Chief was like one of the
Oh,
playable
okay.
characters, but it was like it wasn't really Master Chief because I think it was a female Spartan, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was. It wasn't even. It was. I think it was just Spartan or some
It
shit.
was called a Spartan,
Oh,
but it was like it looked just like a Master Chief, but it was like
It was in red. It was available in red and
red, green, and all the colors.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember I would always like talk shit to Junkyard because like I'm gonna whoop your ass with Halo, and I would pick the Spartan and whoop his ass, give him that business.
Tony was really fucking good though.
I remember
He got to SS level.
the highest rank you can get is a double S, and I think I was ranked. The highest I ever got was like top 200 in the world. I think it was 250, but I lost one match, and I dropped to like 300. Cause that's how close the points are.
Yeah.
So I lost like 1,000 points. And whoop, I'm the 300. I'm like, fuck.
I was never ranked that high. I think the highest like level I ever got, I think was like a B plus or
Yeah,
some
B.
shit.
And I remember I would come to your house and like when we would go out, whatever, you'd be like getting ready. I'd be like, oh, let me just play. I would play online on Junkyard's account, so people would think that Junkyard was like a scrub, and I would like completely whoop their asses. And I remember like they'd turn on their mics. They'd be like, hey, DJ Danny or DJ, because he was like,
it's
DJ
DJ.
Danny.
It still is.
He's like, hey, DJ Danny, man, like, are you really a B, man? Like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh, no, man, I'm just playing my friend's account. He's like, oh, okay. That makes sense.
But yeah, that's a great game.
You should let Tony play for you in FIFA.
No, he probably get destroyed. He fucking doesn't play FIFA.
Oh.
I don't think he's ever played FIFA. When was the last time he played FIFA?
I bet you if I pick up FIFA, I will get better at
How
it
long?
than you.
How long?
Do
would
it.
You, how long would you give him, Junkyard?
What?
How long would you give me?
What?
Like, I'll buy FIFA. How much time do you think I need to like?
How much time would you allot
How much
him?
time would you allow before I play you and whoop your ass?
Well, how bad?
What do you mean? How bad?
Like,
Yeah,
you-
like how many goals?
I don't know, like how bad.
I don't know. Just win.
Just win.
The most L's ever beat me by was 10.
Doesn't matter. It's soccer. You win or you lose.
No, man.
Yeah,
You'd be close.
Mexico won by 1 goal.
If it's
And the Mexicans
that's
started.
different. That's different.
and
That's
the
real
Mexican-
soccer. We're
the
talking
Mexicans
about FIFA.
started an earthquake
Yeah.
off of 1 goal.
We're talking about FIFA. This isn't real soccer.
Oh, did you see the video of like all the Mexico fans in Russia?
Yeah, just
On the
going
streets,
crazy.
just going crazy.
We have one Mexican fan.
I'm surprised
in
Vladimir
Russia, right?
Vladimir Putin didn't go out there and shut that shit down.
What do you mean you have one Mexican fan in Russia?
We know somebody in Russia right now.
Yeah, but he's not a Mexico fan. He fucking hates Mexico.
Really?
Yeah.
That figures.
He is an England fan first,
Oh,
and a USA fan, I think, second.
is that why? That makes sense because he's always saying things like "bloke, mate,
Yeah.
chip, cheerio."
Yep.
and rubbish.
Rubbish. There you go. There you go. There you go.
But yeah, you guys watching the World Cup?
Yeah, I am.
All of it? How many games have you watched?
I watched the Spain. I only watched the good ones. I watched Spain and Portugal. Actually, more like Spain versus Ronaldo.
Exactly. That's exactly
That's
what it is.
it was.
That's exactly what it is.
I saw Germany and Mexico. I caught a little bit of some other one. I think it was was it Serbia? And just some other ones here and there because like they're coming out like all awkward ass times. Like some of them started like 7 a.m.
Almost every day there's a 7 a.m. game.
Yeah, 7 a.m. game. But yeah, I'm trying to like keep up with some of the good
I've
ones.
only missed 3 matches,
I wanted to watch,
and that's because I'm at work and I can just put it on.
I actually wanted to watch. Was it South Korea and who did they play?
South Korea played. No, that was
Sweden.
Japan played Colombia.
Oh, Japan played. No, yeah.
Japan played Colombia. Yeah, I think it was. Was it South Korea, Sweden?
South Korea plays tomorrow, I think.
No, they already played though, because it was
Well,
that group. They're in the same group as
By
Germany.
tomorrow,
They're in the
I
same group as
mean,
Germany and Mexico.
Depending on when this.
It was Sweden. Yeah, they played Sweden.
Okay.
Because it was Germany versus Mexico and South Korea versus Sweden. That's right.
I don't really follow football, but whenever the World Cup comes on, if there's a game on, I'll try to watch it.
But you're never up before noon, so you probably didn't watch
Probably
any of
not.
it.
Get him off, you dog.
That's not an insult.
I mean,
it's
that's
true.
he's telling the truth.
By him saying that an insult, that is a direct insult.
Is that true?
No,
Are you coming in my
he's
head?
just being an instigator.
Now,
Is that true? Are you being an
no,
instigator?
no? I'm telling you, man, you need to get him off you.
I don't know who to get off.
Mamba, when you're not working, what's the earliest you wake up?
Depends on how late I stayed up. But what's the earliest you said? I'd say probably like 11 o'clock.
Dude, I mean, you probably catch one game.
If that.
No, you'll catch one because usually the last game usually starts at 1.
I don't know, man.
Or yeah, I think 1.
You know what it
That's
is? I think I know what it is. It's because I owe my body sleep. So like the days where I have to be at work early, like 9, I'll stay up late till like 3 in the morning. Sometimes later than that, and then I only get like a few hours of sleep. So then the next day when I like either I'm off of work or I start work later, my body will just like, okay, well, he slept this little today.
Right.
Tomorrow I'm gonna make him sleep like 14 hours. So that's how I catch up. I don't feel good about it.
It's very interesting, Mamba.
What is this one time? My girlfriend got really worried about me, and she started messaging my sister because it was 3:00 in the afternoon.
And you were still sleeping?
I was still like, I didn't respond, and my sister walked into my room. She was like, your girlfriend's asking if you're okay. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine.
Leave me alone.
She's
sleeping.
concerned.
Yeah.
She did a wellness check.
But anyway, yeah, the World Cup is fantastic. I like I said, I've only missed 3. I've missed one of the France games in the morning. That was like at 5 a.m. I'm not gonna fucking wake up for that shit. I don't give a fuck who's playing. I missed part of Japan versus Colombia. I missed part of
That was
Russia.
good. That was a good game.
Yeah, well, I missed it because it started at 7, and I start work at 7. Or I start at 7:30, and since it starts at 7, I miss like the first half in most cases. And when I get there, I put it on. But then usually around 8, I usually have to leave and go do stuff, and I can come back for the second game. So I've only caught like half of the 7:00 games. But as like full games that I've missed, I've only missed like 3, which I'm pretty impressed because I didn't think I was gonna watch that many this year. But hey, I guess it's good to work when there's nobody around. Because we're like right now, since it's summer and I work at like a school setting, there's nobody fucking there. So like I turn the fucking and I do computer shit. So I like work on the computers while the fucking game's on, so I can actually kind of like go between the two and watch them. It's fucking fantastic. World Cup is the best
You know what?
when you're working.
If you really wanted to get promoted, you wouldn't watch TV. You would just do your job.
Dude, my boss was watching it with me today. We were watching. What was the last game that was on today?
Yeah, but your boss wants you to see you take initiative and say, you know, what?
It's a test.
We probably shouldn't
And
be
you
doing
are
this.
failing.
Actually, no. He was like, "Who's playing? What's the score?"
I think
I'm like,
Iran and Spain.
Yeah, Iran and Spain. It's the exact last one.
Tomorrow, well, not tomorrow. Well, what's tomorrow? Thursday?
Tomorrow is Thursday.
So yesterday, depending when you listen to this, it was Denmark, Australia, France and Peru, Argentina, Croatia,
And then Friday is Brazil, Costa Rica,
Brazil,
Nigeria versus Iceland, Serbia versus Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Saturday, Mexico plays again.
Yep.
Who did they
South
play?
Korea.
South Korea. Yeah, and then in the morning is Belgium versus Tunisia
Are you conflicted?
and
Tony?
Germany versus Sweden.
I am very conflicted.
One, it's Mexico. You know, that's where your parents are from. It's
And
where your
two,
heritage.
It's
Two,
fucking Gangnam Style.
yeah, and South Korea has all those South Korean baby girls
Yeah.
with surgically altered
Modified.
eyes.
Yeah. So I don't know who to. I
So
don't
they're
know
not
who
so
to root for.
squinty.
So people are fucking hating on me.
No, they're not.
For
No one hates on you, Junkyard.
yeah, for
I
fucking
think people don't really like acknowledge you. For
no. People are hating on me for rooting for Mexico.
Who's hating on you?
People like friends. Because okay, so there's one specific person that we've talked about on this podcast, like not like said by name because we don't say names, but I mentioned him in a bunch of shit. Actually, Tony knows him pretty well. He's Tony's favorite basketball player. He's better than Shannon Brown.
Oh God. Fuck that guy.
Anyway, so he like always goes on about Mexico, and when Mexico plays the U.S., I'm a U.S. fan through and through. Like I love the United States soccer team.
You're like the only one, right?
There's a few of us. There's a handful of us.
There are literally dozens of us.
But
There's more than 3.
they're what do you call it? So whenever obviously USA and Mexico have a humongous rivalry. Like so one of the biggest rivalries around the world. Being neighbors and all, you know. So obviously when the USA plays Mexico, I'm USA all the way. You know, like I always pick USA over everything. And because a lot of the times they're in like the same, they're in the same conference. So like it's usually like a cat and mouse game, like within the standings. Like one's always trying to go up the other. So I talk a lot of shit about Mexico, just because they're usually up against the U.S. in most cases. You know, right now the U.S. didn't make the World Cup; they're out of it. So I have no other like horse in the race. So I'm going for Mexico. I want Mexico to win, especially since the U.S. is not even, it doesn't really matter.
Your wife's from there.
Yeah, my wife's from there. My parents from there. I spent a lot of time there. I bet you I spent a lot more time there than that motherfucker does. Who's always talking about Mexico. He was born there, so that's like the only thing he's got. But he came here when he was like 12.
You hear that, Shannon Brown?
So like,
And luckily, Trump's not got separated from his parents anymore.
I think about this. Like in the last 4 years, I used to go once every 3 months. Like I spent a lot of fucking time in Mexico. When you look at my passport, like fucking pages of like Mexican stamps on there. So
I was gonna say we should go back to Mexico and turn your mom's house into a party pad.
right, we should.
All 3 floors, just straight
Yep.
drinking.
We should have like different music on each floor. Like we have a trap floor. We have some house. Take
Each
me
floor is like, take me in
your
your.
arms.
Each floor is how hard are you willing to go. First floor, you got your wine, your spritzer.
Like jazz.
Second floor, it's like you're boozing. Third floor, are you getting high?
You got cocaine.
Cocaine.
You got all the good stuff.
some
Dice
some
games going on in
heroin.
the corner.
Some dice games going on in the corner.
Some Russian roulette.
Yeah, exactly. That sounds like a great idea. Make it happen.
I'm down to do it. Anyway, so people are talking shit about me for fucking going for Mexico. It's like, dude, chill out. Like, I'm fucking going for Mexico. What do you want me to do? Like, yeah, I talk shit about them, but that's been 90% of the time is because they're against the U.S.
I'm confused. Is he upset that you're going for them because he doesn't like them?
No,
Or
he likes them, and because I've talked a lot of shit.
He's calling you a fair weather fan.
Yeah, a bandwagon fan / fair weather fan. But it's like, motherfucker. Like I said, I have no like. I pretty much that's like the only team that I really like at the World Cup right now. I mean, it's not necessarily true, but my second one of my other favorite teams is Italy, and they're not in fucking World Cup either.
They're not.
No. So like, I don't have anybody left. Like, what's wrong with me fucking rooting on Mexico? You should be happy that I'm rooting for your fucking team.
What's this guy's favorite basketball team?
Probably the Bulls.
Oh.
His favorite baseball team's the Cubs.
Ugh. I went to a Sox game the other day.
Did you have fun?
That was a lot of fun because where we sat at the 100 level, which are actually really good seats, and they were like super cheap because it's the Sox. Nobody wants to go. And
I mean, you're not wrong.
it
Hey, pass me the beer, please.
it was a work thing.
Also, hand me one too, por favor. God bless.
Like our job gave us like they got us tickets to the game, and they gave us like patio tickets, so like there's like free food and stuff, like all you can eat,
patio.
which is awesome. So yeah, the food's I gotta admit, I do like the food there. The food's good, and it was free, so it's even more amazing.
Patio's a sweet deal. I mean, you got it for free.
Yeah.
But I think it's on Groupon. It's like $40. It's like hour and a half
Before
Yeah.
the game,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like open
and all
bar,
you can eat and you drink.
all
Yeah.
you can eat and drink.
which is like a great deal for $40.
It is a really good deal, and I'm pretty sure the patio tickets probably cost more than the ones to the game. So
Well, they come with tickets to the game.
The
The patio ones, I mean.
I'm talking about value wise.
Right. Oh,
Yeah, definitely.
depends when you go.
So we sat the 100 level, and like when you walk up, there's like a little bar like right there, and they have Negra Modelo on tap, and obviously that was not included, but I didn't care because it was delicious. So I think I spent more time just up there, just hanging out with like some of the people there.
Because it's a whole Modelo booth, right?
Yeah.
The one that they have.
For
up
those
there,
who
yeah,
don't
concourse.
know, Negro Modelo is very good. Especially in a bottle, it's really good. But when you got it on tap, it is
like
I'm making a kissing motion with my hand, and
And I'll even one up you guys. You know what's even better than that?
what?
On tap in Mexico because
straight
it's
from the
fresher.
source.
Because it's fucking fresh as fuck. And it
Oh,
actually
okay.
it actually does taste different.
I'm sure it does.
And
In
it's-
Mexico,
it's
in Mexico,
in Mexico, and it's and on
I
on
wouldn't be
tap.
surprised if it came out of the local school's fountains.
Dude, it is fucking.
Yeah.
It is great.
But it was great, and I was surprised. Like, yeah, like I had a lot of fun. Like I would go back. Actually, I would go to another Sox game if I had the opportunity to go to another Sox game. I would definitely go, just for the beer and the patio.
Remember the first baseball game you went to?
And like there were like a surprisingly large amount of attractive baby girls there.
Oh.
Which was really surprising because I've been to Sox game before and never have they been out in like this, like it's never been this concentrated. You get a sprinkle over here and there, but man, they were like everywhere.
That's Baby Girl Central.
So I'm thinking like I guess they go through cycles. They're kind of like buffalo. They just herd. They just like migrate from one place to another. They graze. So I guess it was just their turn to go to Sox, which was awesome. So for all you guys that are single, go to a Sox game. And bonus, if they're Sox fans, clearly they like losers. Mm-hmm. So you got a chance with any of them.
And if you're listening to this podcast, you're probably a loser.
Yeah. So their standards are very low if they're Sox fans.
They don't have high expectations. You probably can
you can go snag a few of them up.
Raw dog them that night.
Be like, what's up, baby girl?
Shoot the club up.
So I see you like losers.
Yeah.
Look no further.
Look no further. And she can't say no, but like, well, clearly you do because you're here. So look no further.
Have no fear. Your zero is here.
Yep. So when are we going to a Sox game, Junkyard?
I don't remember the first time you went to a game.
Yes. It was a Sox game.
And who'd you go with?
I don't remember.
Me, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry.
You went to go see the Angels in the outfield.
It was Angels in the
Did
outfield.
you guys have a gay old time?
We did have a gay old time.
Nice.
Yeah, I took him to his first baseball game like a little kid.
Yeah. It was weird, though, because I'd never been to a baseball game, so Junkyard kind of had to show me the ropes. Like, all right, so this is where we sit. This is when you cheer. We got to hold hands for like 20 minutes before. I'm like, okay. So it was a lot to take in, like a lot of things I didn't know. Like, I didn't know that, like, you could share seats. So I had to sit on Junkyard's lap.
Okay.
But apparently it's very common. It's like a thing. So
yeah.
I didn't know at the time,
It's called the 7th inning sit.
So, yeah.
So I just got a message from a friend who is in the DJ business.
Whoa.
And
Opportunity that you're
No, it actually has nothing.
Did a friend who's in the DJ business and didn't quit?
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, so they're an active DJ, not a dormant one. Continue.
What do you call it? And I am renting. Hold on. I'm renting some speakers from him for a party of a listener of this podcast / someone who has their own segment. So, for those of you who don't know, Mr.
Pancho segment. Pancho segment. Pancho segment.
Pancho invited us to a bit. What do you call it?
A little shindig.
Yeah, a little shindig. And then he started texting me about like about DJing, and I'm like, listen, dog.
Pancho has your number?
No, he did it through Facebook Messenger.
Through WhatsApp.
Through Facebook Messenger, not through WhatsApp.
Through Kick.
So anyway, he asked me about the DJing. I'm like, no, man. Like, first of all, I don't have any music because I haven't DJ'd. I haven't DJ'd anything other than house music in like forever. I can't even remember last time I DJ'd something that wasn't house music. Second of all,
I remember when we were at that party and the girl came up to me like, y'all got some reggaeton?
Yep. And I was like, nope.
Nope.
And so that's one problem. Problem number two, I didn't have speakers, and I wasn't even thinking about like renting them or whatever. And I'm like, dude, how about this? Why don't you just get some speakers and like hook up your fucking laptop or phone to it and play like a Spotify playlist? He's like, I only need it between the band because he doesn't have a band there. And he's like, I only need it between that time. And like he's like,
so
oh,
you don't need a DJ for that.
Yeah. And I'm like, you don't need that. Just fucking play music. Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
He's like, that's a great idea. He's like, all right.
Play some Tekashi 69.
You totally missed a perfect opportunity for you to
So what?
for you to DJ.
I didn't want to DJ because I don't.
Because he gave up. When you give up on a dream, Mamba, you give up.
That's right, Mamba. There's no coming back from giving up.
So Junkyard is a type when opportunity comes a knocking, he's like, no one's home.
Nope.
Anyway.
He'll run and hide and turn off the
Yeah,
lights.
turn off the lights.
Is that opportunity at the door? Let me turn off the lights, close the curtains.
So what do you call it? Anyway, I was like, no, man. I'm like, and he started asking me about the speakers and stuff, and I'm like, well, let me look into it. I was doing them solid. I looked into it, and I'm like, you can rent them here, here, and here, whatever. I sent him some websites. He's like, oh, that's not bad. He's like, all right. I was like, well, what do I need to hook them up? And I'm like, fuck. I was like, well, if I have to explain to you how to hook it up, I was just like, how do I do this, bro? I was like, I have a friend. He's a DJ. Maybe he has some that he can let me borrow or rent or whatever. I'll let you know. And I will go and I'll take him there and I'll hook him up and I'll tear him down and I'll bring him back with me. So do you a solid, you know. So I talked to him. He hit me up. He's like, yeah, I'll rent him out to you, you know, at this price, whatever, blah, blah.
So, did you get the price from your DJ friend, and did you give him that upcharge?
No, I didn't. I gave him.
Look, you're missing out.
No, I gave him wholesale.
I'm telling you, man. Opportunity came a knocking, and Junkyard didn't answer.
No, man. I'm trying to do Pancho a solid. You know.
Yeah, you're
he's
still doing him a solid. Ain't nothing wrong with taking a little cut.
Plus, he invited all of us to the party.
Yes, he did.
You know, with our significant others.
I will be attending.
What day is it?
It is on Saturday.
Oh, this
There's
Saturday?
free taco. There's a taco man. Free tacos.
What time?
It starts at 4:30.
Okay.
And it goes on to whenever.
Yeah, it's whenever they finish. So 4:30. You know, it's taco man. He said that originally he said that you can have as many tacos as you want, Mamba, not just two. But then he said that he's going to give explicit instructions to Taco Man to only give you two.
Okay.
Because
That's all you need.
He doesn't get his own segment now.
So I don't know. He might change his mind before then.
Okay.
But anyway, so he invited us, and I'm gonna go and meet Pancho for the first time. Never met him. Don't know who he is. And the mask is gonna come off.
Do you think
we're
it'll
gonna
be
see it.
just as disappointing as it was when that magician took off his mask?
Yeah, it is. You'll be a nobody.
And there was some guy who you didn't know. Nobody knew.
Yeah. So yeah.
What was I gonna say?
Are you guys going
I'm gonna go. Yeah.
I have that day off.
with your +1?
Oh, really? With your +1? I had that day off. I could possibly go. My girlfriend just texted me, and I guess it's her really good friend's husband's birthday. So
Her really good friend's husband. So it's not her really good friend.
no.
Okay.
So that means you can go to the party.
Yeah.
Well, it is her really good friend, but it's not
But it's not her.
her husband.
It's her husband.
So you might as well just
So
like
you're
go
gonna
to the party.
You're actually gonna hang out with your really good friends.
Yeah.
You're not gonna hang out with your really good friends.
I could stop by for an appearance.
So how do you guys feel about seeing Pancho for the first time?
It's gonna go one of two ways.
It's gonna be super awkward.
I feel like I'm gonna go and be like, "Oh,
Cool.
it's you." All right, well, I'm gonna go eat now.
Listen,
I'll be
Yeah.
I'll be by the taco guy.
I'm gonna say, "Hey, Pancho, nice to meet you." He's gonna be like, "Yeah, man, I listen to your podcast." All blah blah blah. We're gonna talk about our podcast for a few minutes because we're not gonna have anything else to talk about. And he's like, "Oh, I have to go. I have to go attend to some things." And I'm like, "Okay." Little did he know that's what I wanted to do in the first place. Just leave.
And then he's like, "If you need me, you can find me by the taco guy."
Yeah, leave me to my own devices. Point me to the direction of the alcohol and your tacos, and go take care of the party.
So yeah, but he makes it seem like a great time. He's gonna have a band, tacos.
Is it gonna be
Liquor.
in his house?
No, he rented out a I don't know how do you call it in English, but in Spanish it's like a ranchito, basically. You know, like a little like ranch type
okay.
thing.
They actually have those out there.
That's what I said. Like I guess they do. There's a fucking name for it. I looked it up.
What's the name of it? Oh no, what else?
Yeah, you don't wanna tell people.
We ain't trying to put that out there.
Or do we?
But it exists. He's going. It's like a little ranch, and it's like he rented the place out, and he's gonna have that. He's gonna have horse rides for like kids and stuff. It's gonna be straight paisa. Sounds like a great time.
Nice.
So yeah. So hope you guys are excited because I am extremely not excited. I'm just fucking with you. It's just Josh and you, Pancho. It's Josh and you, Pancho. I think it'll be a great time.
I'm always excited for tacos.
Just the tacos.
Well, and the beer, yeah.
So you're not excited to see who Pancho really is?
Oh yeah, of course. Duh.
He asked me if we had an idea, and I think we tried guessing the first the first week, and then after that we gave up on it. We were just like, fuck it. We don't
It's
really
gonna
care.
be very well. We're gonna be whelmed.
Not underwhelmed.
Not under, not over. Just
whelmed.
Just like, okay,
Yeah,
nice to meet you.
I feel like we're gonna be underwhelmed because I feel like Tony knows who it is, not who it is, but like who he is. So like I think Tony's gonna be like, oh,
What if it is Tony? Whoa!
what if it is? What if it's one of
Plot
us?
twist.
What if it's one of us? He said it's a baptism. What if he's just leading us out there to kill us?
Oh, that's true.
What if we go and we just die?
Well, you'll be the first one because you're gonna go set up the equipment.
You're right.
Yeah.
All right. So if Junkyard dies,
Yeah.
don't go to the party.
How do you know I'm gonna be dead? What if he
I'll
keeps
message
me?
you.
What if he keeps me alive to lure your guys?
I'm going to. So in order to know that you're alive, you have to message me every half hour. As soon as those text messages stop coming in, I'm like, oh, he's dead.
Once you lose communication, we're like, oh, well, I guess.
But what if you're already? What if Tony shows up? What if he kills me? Then right as he's killing me, Tony shows up, and he gets Tony too.
You
And
think
then,
I'm just gonna let him kill me?
yeah. Because he'll be like, hey, bro, tacos are this way.
Oh yeah, I'd totally fall for that.
You're like, oh, okay, cool.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
He's like, oh, you're dead.
Yeah, I'll be dead. Well,
Oh
and
well.
Then, and then once Mamba like gets there, he'd be like, bro, not only did I tell you we had tacos, but we have McDonald's too.
Whoa!
you running into that dark alley real fast. Yeah, they're over by that dark alley. What? Never seen Mama run so fast.
Yeah, and then boop, he's dead too.
Oh, hey man, if it's our time to go, it's our time to go.
I guess next week we might not have an episode.
Yeah.
We'll be dead.
So if we don't survive the party, then we'll know. Then you guys will know when there's no episode next week. What if we just don't record next week? We just don't.
And then everybody's like,
people get
oh my
legit-
God.
Start getting worried.
People get legit worried.
Anyway, so yeah, guys, Space Force. Did you guys hear about that?
Hell yeah! I didn't know whether to facepalm or be like super excited, so I did both.
So what happened, Tony? For those who live under a rock,
Not an Onion article, not a parody. It wasn't Alec Baldwin. It was our actual
It's not a
Lord and Führer.
Führer?
Our
SNL segment.
Führer Trump.
I don't think you're supposed to call him a Führer. Just saying.
Why not?
I don't know.
I mean, he did say. I mean, he does have Führer tendencies. Like, did you see that video when he was like, yeah, like he considers Kim Jong Un a great leader.
No, I didn't.
He's like, yeah, he's a great leader. It's like when he talks, people obey. he's like, I want my people to do that.
Did he actually say that?
He said that. There's a video of him talking to someone. He's like, yeah, like I want. It might not have been Kim Jong Un, but it was some leader.
Oh,
He's like,
okay.
yeah, he talks, and then and they just obey. Yeah, like I want my people to do that.
What is the context of this? They just asked him a question.
He was doing some. I don't know if it was a rally or some play. I'll find the video and we'll post it. But yeah, but this is exactly what he said. Like I want my people to do that. So that's why he's a Führer. That's something that someone else would have said, who shall remain nameless.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, he just created a new branch of the military called the Space Force, and I am super excited to get all the cool. Because how people like to wear like, U.S. Marine shirt or U.S. Navy. It's just cool, whatever. You do your thing. But I can't wait to wear Space Force. All the cool swag. That's what I'm excited for.
Who are the Space Force protecting us from?
the aliens.
They're protecting us from whatever is in Roswell.
Okay.
The aliens that your girlfriend.
Because according to Trump,
are real.
America needs to be more than just a presence in space. We need to dominate space.
Oh.
So we are going to go to space to dominate it.
So now we are protecting America from not only illegal aliens
But actual aliens.
actually.
Recently, my president.
And Flint, Michigan still does not have fresh water.
Whoa.
But here we are, creating a new branch.
Oh, we got to prioritize, bro.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Some things are gonna have to take a back burner for safety.
So check this out. This is a hilarious thing about Space Force that this redneck did, and even though it looks real, it's not real. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not real, but it's pretty fucking hilarious. Check this guy. I'm putting this up for our YouTube viewers who want to watch it.
So
Check
is
this
he
out.
doing this for lulz?
Yeah, it's hilarious. Listen to this, but it sounds like some real trumpeter would say. So give this a little
Recently,
listen.
my president, Mr. Donald J. Trump, came out, said he was going to start a space force. That's my president. Still, feels good to say that. I salute you, Mr. Trump. That's a fantastic ideal you got there.
Deal.
Space Force, because he's doing what we should all be doing, stopping terrestrial and extraterrestrial aliens from coming to this country, it ain't bad. It ain't bad enough that we got these immigrants coming across the border.
Immigrants.
You know, now we're gonna have space people coming down, taking all the good jobs like mopping and picking fruit. And you know, they're all the time online talking about, oh, it's a distraction. It's a distraction. From what? That he's still under investigation from Russia? Or how Flint, Michigan ain't got no clean water? Or there's little kids down in Texas in cages? You know, them ain't cages. Them's chain link partitions. There's a clear difference there. Well, you know, not anymore. You're going to think it's a distraction. Once you're eating some Reese's Pieces, you turn around, they're gone because there's an ET there. You know, what about in my hometown? What, we're going to have an Alf running around eating up all the cats? God forbid your daughter starts dating an Ewok. I'm just saying, I think it's about time we put a boot in some Decepticon ass, because everybody knows the only way to stop a bad guy with a Death Star is a good guy with a So, you know, we're
really
coming
good.
for you, aliens. That's all there is to it. I hope them rings around Saturn is a Nuva ring, because you're about to get fucked. That's right. We're coming for you.
The only way to stop
Donald
a
Trump,
bad guy.
here's to you, Space Force.
The only way to
As
stop a
always,
bad guy with a
fuck
Death
the
Star is a
NFL
good guy with a
and go
Death Star.
Coach.
And the rings around Saturn. He hopes they're a Nuva ring because you about to get fucked.
That is hilarious. Oh, so I found the video. And, all right, so this is exactly what he said. He said, Kim's people sit up when he speaks. I want my people to do the same. So he wants people to stand at attention whenever he speaks.
Yeah, okay.
Kind of like someone did in Germany a while back.
Who could that be?
I mean, I don't want to get into, you know, a history lesson.
Not a political podcast.
It's not a political podcast, so we'll
Not-
leave it at that.
Not a political podcast, but let's get into some more of that Trump stuff. So, yeah, we were talking earlier about kids in
How long
cages.
have we been recording?
Now we're in 20 minutes.
All right, well,
Oh my
like us
God,
on
wrap
Facebook,
this up.
Facebook.com. Follow us on Twitter.
So, hold on. Let's talk about this real
Follow
quick.
us on
Because this is
iHeartRadio.
actually going to lead into my gripe.
Okay.
So, if you guys haven't heard about, you know, what's going on with the kids in the cages, can you tell us about it, Tony?
Yeah. I guess immigrant
Immigrants.
Immigrants,
families that are getting caught. Ooh.
terrestrial aliens.
I just caught Mama creeping hard as fuck.
What? I don't know who that
Hey,
is.
forward me. That.
I will send you her link.
Put me on her link. Anyway,
No problem.
what was I talking about?
Terrestrial aliens.
Oh yeah, the immigrants. I guess when families are being detained by Border Patrol, they are separating the children from their parents. They're basically separating the families, and they could be stuck in these detention centers for, you know, weeks maybe. Who knows? But there's video of like these kids that are all just like kind of like in these cages. Well, they're more like fenced in areas.
They're chain link partitions.
Chain link partitions, but it's not a cage. So yeah, and there's been a lot of like uproar, and at first the White House was like, "Oh well, we're just doing what Obama was doing. We're only enforcing Obama and what he did, and blah blah blah. And Obama is the one who's doing it, so we're just enforcing it." Which is, I think, it's funny because, I mean, as soon as Donald Trump became president, he made it a point to undo anything Obama did. Let me do some executive order here. Oh, Obama did that. Okay, we're not doing that. What? Obama did that. Okay, we're not doing that. What? Obama's in the he was in the Paris Accords. The climate. We're gonna get out of that. What's the
Iran deal?
The Iran deal. Okay, we're out of that. What's the other one? The
NAFTA?
no.
Net
The
neutrality?
the UN Human Rights Council.
Oh, yeah.
Because the U.S. was part of the UN Human Rights Council, and now it's like Obama's like, and Trump's like, nah, we're good.
Did they actually
Yeah,
back out of that?
Yeah, they withdrew.
Damn.
So it's funny how he's able to completely ignore everything else, but when it comes to this, like, oh well, we're just enforcing it because that's what Obama set up, so we have to do it. It's like, okay,
And
yeah.
then he went on I was like baffled because I guess he went on a Twitter rant and somehow blamed this all on Democrats.
Yeah.
He's like, those Democrats, I don't know them verbatim, but he said the Democrats need to get together with the Republicans and overturn these laws now. Like, these are your laws, Democrats.
Yeah.
So that leads me into my gripe.
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
So I have a couple friends on my Facebook that are straight up like right wing, but they get kind of extreme.
What color are they?
White,
How much melanin do they have?
very little,
Oh, okay.
like almost zero.
The less melanin they have, the more right wing they are.
So
It's a direct correlation.
like normally I don't really like other people's views, whatever don't bother me. Like I said, I think I lean. I mean I lean more to the right, but I think I'm not that far right. I like or I mean left. That's what I meant left, but close. But like
Yeah, you're not
like
going,
I'm not all the way to the left. I'm like I'm closer.
You're
to the
not going
right than,
around telling people to use your preferred pronouns.
right, exactly, shit like that. But just like these guys are just so far right, it just gets crazy. Like one of them is a supposed libertarian, so that means he's almost all the way around to the left. That's how far right he is.
He's full circle.
Yeah, almost. So they post all sorts of crazy shit, and I'm literally this close to unfriending
For those
them.
that can't see, it is this close. Like he's putting his fingers very close together.
I'm this close to unfriending them, and I normally wouldn't, just because of their views. But they post some crazy shit, and then like I just can't. I don't think I can.
What
I
are
just
they?
wanna
What
read-
are they saying?
So one of them, I actually spoke about this on a previous podcast about them supporting Roseanne. They post,
yeah.
I stand with Roseanne. I'm like, that's stupid as fuck, but okay, all right.
Are they the same guys that demand that Colin Kaepernick stand up?
Yes, one of them does. The other one doesn't. One of them is a little. It's like I said, the one that's a libertarian, that's all the way around. He's more of a like, he likes Trump, and he's more of a like one that wants like no government whatsoever, like
okay.
complete anarchy. Like we should disband the government altogether. But he is also a trumpeter. He voted for Trump. He was like touting Trump and all this other shit.
Because Trump is gonna shut the system down.
Right. And then the other one is just a straight trumpeter, like 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like he's all about Trump. So one of the things that the trumpeter posted was it was a meme of what he said what you just said about Trump saying to the Democrats like this is democratic law, blah blah. Like he's just following what Obama followed, which is what Bill Clinton followed before him. It's like, okay. So and this person's always posting like stop like following like everybody's all into the mainstream media like blah 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 blah, but like this motherfucker's like following not even mainstream media, not even media, it's just like memes on the internet. Like believe me, he's like ain't that some shit.
So he's getting his news from 4chan?
Pretty much. And it's like dude, like, and this that has been going around a lot, that whole like, and like I said, Trump himself tweeted it, and like everybody just like all the Trumpeters follow everything he says like if it's law.
Yeah.
So the thing is that they're saying about that is like, so Clinton didn't actually enact any type of law. There's never been a law separating families from children, immigrants that are illegal until now. And it's not technically a law. It's just a zero tolerance policy for immigration. And that's why they're getting separated. And him, the trumpeter, and the other friend that's a libertarian, they both posted like, like nobody said shit when Obama was doing it. So the thing with Obama, so what everybody fails to mention, the whole Obama thing, is that a lot of those kids, I don't know if you guys remember back like when Obama was in office, there was a lot of undocumented children coming through by themselves without parents. Okay, and yes, they were putting them in detention camps because they were illegals, but they were by themselves. Like they weren't children with parents.
So they weren't separated from their
They
family
weren't
'cause they
separated
didn't
from
come
their
with
parents.
family.
They didn't come with their parents. They came by themselves.
Were they still in detention camps?
Yeah, they were in detention centers, but that's because that's common practice for illegal immigrants.
But with the thing that people are arguing now is like they're separating.
Right.
Like yeah, these kids are in detention centers, but like they came with their mom and dad. but
Right.
You're taking them away from their mom and dad
Right.
to put them in these centers.
Well, it's because they have a zero tolerance policy.
Exactly.
Exactly. So and that's the whole thing here is like you're just separating the kids from the family. And my gripe, I guess, my gripe is just like these right wing like nut jobs, if you want to call them that. I mean, and it goes for the left too. I guess it's not just the right because the left does this as well. Just blindly believe anything that like their side says. Because the left does this exact same thing. The left is always blindly believing a lot of stupid bullshit. Like there's always some middle ground. Like there's always some middle part that's so one side. They have their own truth. The right has their own truth. The left has their own truth. But let's be honest. Like the real truth is somewhere somewhere in between. You know, in most cases. So I don't know. My gripe is just like they just need to stop fucking posting stupid shit. That's what my gripe is.
Junkyard. This is the internet, my friend.
And I'm tired of it.
That will never happen.
Not only am I that close of deleting, I think I just want to get rid of my Facebook, but I can't because it's a podcast.
You can delete your Facebook.
No, I can't because how am I gonna get on the messages?
Just unfollow them.
I'm thinking about just straight up unfriending them because I'm gonna be honest, like they're not really my friends.
Oh,
they're my
yeah.
Facebook friends. Like I worked with both of them, but I don't fucking talk to them.
Oh, you worked with them, so you don't work with them
No, I don't
anymore?
work with them anymore. Like I mean, how many friends do you have that you actually like literally talk to, like on a frequent basis?
Right here.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, we're not friends. I'm sorry. I misspoke.
I don't know if I've been giving you the wrong impression. Like,
Silly of me to think of what we had as something else.
So yeah, so I'm like, I don't know if I should unfriend them or not. But the thing is, like, at the same time, I kind of want to. Part of me likes seeing what the other side thinks. Yeah, as crazy as I think it is in some cases.
It's understandable.
You
I
know?
do that all the time when I'm on the internet or I'm on a Facebook. I'll go through the comment sections and I'll find somebody that disagrees with me, and then I go on their Facebook profile just to see what they're like. Usually, very weird. Maybe they think I'm weird, but their pages are definitely fucking weird. They never know how to like upload photos to like your profile picture.
Mm-hmm.
It's always like they upload the same one over and over again.
Oh right.
Or they crop it too hard.
yeah, or it's like all blurry.
It's all blurry.
It's like, or they upload the thumbnail, so it looks all pixelated.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, yeah.
Although I did find some hilarious shit on the one page because I actually went to that guy's page, the trumpeter page. He posted this video, which was very Tommy Lahren like. Like, dude, if you didn't like, if it was Tommy Lahren there, you just think it was her own video, you know? It was extremely Tommy Lahren like. It was some mad girl, lady or chick, mad chick spouting off like right wing stuff, like being very upset, like just like Tommy Lahren. The only difference is she was ugly as fuck, where Tommy Lahren's sexy as fuck. So that's the difference. Like it was just an angry, ugly chick spouting off right wing things.
That didn't get your dick going?
No, hell no. I turned it off right away. I got it in like 5 minutes. I got 5 seconds of that video. I'm like, whoop. I'm like, wow, this is like just like Tommy, but she's ugly, so I'm not gonna watch it. I mean, I can tolerate Tommy. She's sexy. But anyway, that's my gripe. Fucking stop posting stupid shit. But anyway, go ahead, guys.
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
Tony, what's your gripe?
Let me get
My gripe is
prepared for mine.
Amazon.
What? Why? How?
Because-
Jeff Bezos is too rich.
Yeah, not only is he already too rich, but he wants to become richer by the sweat of my labor, by raising the prices of Amazon Prime.
Whoa!
But he already he keeps raising it.
I know, and that's my gripe.
How much is it this time now?
It's gonna be 120,
How much is it now? 90?
100, yeah. So instead of 100, it's 120
Somebody's
A
got
year though. Come
a
on.
year.
That's not that bad.
Still, that's $120 a year.
Somebody had to
But-
pay
but-
for those drones, bro.
Yeah, no,
But Jack or not
but
Jack Bauer. What
what-
the fuck's that?
but
Jeff Bezos.
No, the new show is coming out that they keep showing on TV during the World Cup.
I don't know.
The one that Harrison Ford played. So did Ben Affleck.
The Fugitive,
No, Ben Affleck. It's Tom Clancy, based on Tom Clancy
Jack
books.
Reacher.
Rainbow Six,
Not Jack Reacher, but it's Jack something or
Rainbow
Jake
Six?
or no.
Spec Ops.
Clear and Present Danger.
Oh,
I'll look at. Go ahead. Go ahead with your
all right. Well, I think that part passed. But anyway, so that's my gripe. My gripe is they're raising the prices, and I am extremely upset, only because
Jack Ryan.
because I am not going to cancel my subscription. I'm just going to pay it because I use Amazon way too much, and it just upsets me that I have to pay more for it.
Like, how much do you think you order off Amazon?
Oh man, I order a shitload. Like every 2 weeks, I'm ordering something. Like if I need something,
So it kind of pays for itself, right?
it does, but it upsets me that I have to pay more for it.
Oh,
Like, I mean,
The other day, I have Netflix,
yeah.
but I got like the bare minimum account, so it's like $7.99 or $8.99, but you can only get to watch on one screen. You only get one streaming at a time with that. And I have it linked to my Xbox 360, which is in my sister's room, my PS4, which is in the living room, and my sister was watching something on the Xbox. So when I tried to, it says, "Oh, it seems like your stream is already being used. Do you want to upgrade upgrade to like multiple streams for I think it was $2 to $3?" And I was about to click it. I was like, "No,
No, not
I'm
doing
just
it.
gonna sit in the dark."
Why didn't you just kick your sister off?
Because I don't want to be rude. She was already watching it.
Do you pay for it?
I don't give a fuck. She can watch it. Whatever.
Yeah.
You're too soft, Mamba.
But yeah, so I guess, like I said, I use Prime all the time, like for almost anything I buy. Like I always see if they have it on Amazon first, and a lot of times they do, so I just get it there, and it's 2-day shipping. And the same day shipping is available.
Aside
in my
from
house.
free shipping, what other Amazon or other premium memberships do you use?
I actually do use their Prime Photos.
What's that?
It just automatically uploads your photos, and it's unlimited storage. Because I had Dropbox, but they give you like
Why don't you just use Google Photos? That's free too, and that's free.
But there's
Doesn't
still
come-
but there's still a limit.
No, there isn't. Not if you
Yeah.
upload high quality.
There's a limit.
No, there isn't.
Yes,
only
there
if you upload
Well,
full quality.
How much?
There's a limit.
how
It's
many
unlimited
photos
if
are
you
you
want.
Well, not a lot. But the point is that it's unlimited. Like flat out unlimited. I could use Google Photos, but I don't have an Android, so I don't really care.
What was
But it
that?
goes straight from your phone.
I know it does. I could probably get it on my phone. Anyway, but I use it only because it's there, I already have Amazon. I already have the Amazon app. It's okay. I
You
use
like
Amazon
that
for it.
guy? Which service did he want to test out?
And they have they do have the streaming. That's sometimes I'll find some cool shit to watch on there.
Dude, I think I've used that streaming service like 3 times.
Yeah, it's. Oh, I do like it I do watch the BBC show Orphan Black. Great show. So, I mean, I'm finding stuff here and there. They're like, oh, this is really good. This is worth watching.
Like I said, Jack Ryan looks pretty good. It's with what's his face from the
John
on The Office.
Krasinski.
Yeah,
Jim.
and what's funny is there was an article, not an article, but like when you sign into your Amazon, they show you like all their new shit. They have Amazon car delivery. I think that I might just be making that up, the name, but if you have like OnStar or a smartphone enabled car, you can upload the information to your Amazon account, so that if you get a package delivered to like your job, like instead
can
of
put it in
them,
your car.
they'll just put it in your trunk for you. Like they'll have they can actually remotely open your trunk. They'll put in your package there, and then so they don't have to like go up to the office, have some, then you'd bring it back down to your car anyway. So
That's kind of cool.
That is kind of cool. So it's funny because I was.
How about can they just how about I just leave my fucking trunk open for they just put it in anyway?
So it's funny because I was talking about this with one of
That's a quick
one of my
way to get your
coworkers.
shit broken into.
So I was talking with one of my coworkers. She's actually a fan of the show, Bethany. I hate to put her on blast, but it was hilarious.
Hi, Bethany.
So she was like, so we're talking. I was like, yeah, it's kind of cool. And she's like, yeah, but that's so like I don't know if I want like so they can just like unlock your car and this and that. And I'm like, no, I wouldn't do that. I'm like, why not? Like they can just put it in your car. It's convenient. It's like, no, like what if it's like one of those weirdo delivery guys? I'm like, what if he like follows me home? What if he like gets my license plate and follows me home? I'm like, okay, you do realize it's Amazon, right? They have your address. They already have your address. It's like they wouldn't need to do it. If there was a creepo delivery guy,
He's probably already at your house.
probably already at your house, whether you let him unlock your trunk or not.
What'd she say?
She was like, "Oh, well, she didn't think about that," but I thought it was hilarious.
That is pretty funny.
You know what? I did learn today that Amazon is starting a new series based on Robert Kirkman. He's a comic book writer that wrote The Walking Dead, created it. And they greenlit a show called Invincible, written by him. It was a comic book. It was like, it lasted for 150 issues, which was over a decade.
Damn.
And it was really good. I haven't read it, but I heard really good things about it. It's basically like a Superman, Spider-Man. Like it's a kid with Superman powers, but he's young and he's going through high school.
Like Shazam?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
No, I was just asking.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. But he's like a teenager, but he has Superman powers, and now he has to deal with the responsibility of it. So I would get Amazon Prime for that.
When does it come out?
Well, they just greenlit it, so it probably won't be out for
Couple years.
a while. Yeah. But I'd check it out. Robert Kirkman is a good writer. I mean, he left The Walking Dead, and that show's gone downhill. So
Yeah, I have a whole season, or like half the season. How they do like halves
yeah,
at AMC. I have half the season. This last half that was on my DVR, and I still have yet to watch it.
yeah. I haven't watched the past 2 seasons.
It's nothing
Now,
great.
dog.
Why? What's so? What's
It's
great about-
great.
Liar.
Highly doubt it.
Okay, I'm also half a season. behind.
Because his first half of the season was garbage.
You know what is great? Peaky Blinders.
That's a great show.
You know what else is great?
I had to tell my girlfriend about that the other day. We were watching the
Cobra
Dark Knight.
Kai.
I'll watch it one day.
That is a great show.
We were watching the Dark Knight the other day, and Cillian Murphy made his joke, or not joke.
Killian, isn't it Cillian?
Cillian.
I call him Killian Murphy.
Yeah,
I thought it was Killian. It was Dark Knight, right?
yeah. The Dark Knight. He made his
Oh, the Scarecrow.
Scarecrow cameo, and she was like, "Oh, I've seen that guy in things before." She was like, "Whatever happened to him?" So he's in Peaky Blinders, one of the greatest
One of the
show ever.
greatest shows ever. Yeah.
He's in a lot of shit. He was in that movie Red Eye with Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, I remember that.
He's in a lot of shit.
He got his start in 28 Days Later, which is one of the greatest.
Oh
movies ever.
yeah.
Oh, that was a great movie.
Now I'm curious. How do you say his name? Is it Killian, or is it Cillian? Oh, I guess it is Killian.
Oh yes.
Knew it.
I think.
Yeah.
That's like a K.
Yeah.
Killian.
Eat it, junkyard. Eat it.
All right. Anyway, so yeah. So you guys. So that was your gripe, Mamba or Tony?
Yeah.
All right, good gripe.
Hell no, motherfuckers!
Mamba.
Wake
All right,
the
I have a
fuck
gripe.
up.
Hold on, let me look it up one more time. All right, my gripe is we're talking about The Walking Dead, kind of. So this relates to it. All right, for those, let me just put that out there. I don't approve of any abuse or sexual abuse or anything like that, and I
don't condone
definitely don't condone that show, The Talking Dead, with Chris Hardwick, because I think that is a waste of fucking time. Why would I watch a show talking about another show?
Oh, like the like.
He's got a
Talking
bunch
Dead?
of he's got a bunch of shows.
Yeah, he has a
talking
bunch of
shows.
shows.
Dude,
but
I actually like Talking Dead.
Never watched it.
I liked it because sometimes they had Maggie on there.
Oh, yeah.
Or like some of the sexier girls. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
Like, what is it, Rosie?
Yeah, they dress up real nice on the show.
And it's like-
they're not like
So, for those who might have
And they
seen
have
it,
and they have that sexy English accent.
that's yeah, they're all like English, right?
isn't she
But then
Australian?
again, oh whatever.
Either way.
Either way. But like you're right, yeah. But then like I see like every show started doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
first it was Talking Dead, and then what is Breaking Bad had one.
There's like a whole
Talking
channel.
Bad,
There's a whole
Talking
channel
Bad.
dedicated to like talking shows.
Yeah. then it was
Talking Bad.
Sons of Anarchy did one too. Sons of Anarchy Afterward.
Oh yeah, Sons of Anarchy.
The CW has it for like their shows as well. Not it's online, but the same thing. They have like that shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but shows it started to become like a
I don't know why. Like I don't like. I'm with you, Mama. I don't think that. I think that's stupid. Like listening about a show or listening. Yeah, talk
Well,
about a show that.
I actually like Talking Dead. Like I said, like I was so into The Walking Dead, like in the beginning, to the point where like it was all enthralling, and like I really like I thought it was awesome. So I really did like.
They just started to like the second season, right? Second or
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I feel like that's just an. It's like back before like the internet and like everything we've got now. We used to talk to other people about this. Like, hey man, did you watch the show last night? Like, man, can you believe that shit happened? Yeah, it's crazy, right? What do you think? Shit like that. Now it's like this is a substitute for that.
it's kind of like
kinda
Twitch.
stupid.
Like you watch people play.
That's
video
what I'm saying.
games.
It's dumb. I fucking think Twitch is dumb as fuck. Personally,
No, Twitch is cool
how is it cool?
because some of them are pretty entertaining, and like, well, you're not really into video games.
But the thing is, like, watching someone play video games, why would I want to do that?
I say it like this because I don't play it as much anymore because I fucking suck. But Fortnite, so there's a really popular streamer named Ninja, and he's a professional video game player, and he's very good to the point where it's almost like watching an athlete play. Like you watch and you're like, how the fuck?
like it's not like you're watching like fucking your next door neighbor.
Yeah, I'm
play.
not watching some kids aim at the floor.
Yeah.
I'm watching somebody who knows what they're doing.
Yeah,
and I'm like, how
like-
the fuck is this kid
it's
doing
cool.
it?
Like if you're into a game like me, like I like Dragon Ball Z. That's the game that I'm really into right now. And to watch like players play at like a really high level, it's like I don't know. I find it very entertaining. So
Whatever,
I like
losers.
Twitch.
Huh?
Whatever
You know what?
losers.
Maybe if you watch some Twitch,
I have
channels,
watched Twitch.
Maybe if you watch him,
Demetrius Johnson, one of my favorite fighters,
you
is
wouldn't
on Twitch.
You wouldn't suck so bad at fucking FIFA.
Fuck out of here.
yeah, if you watch some FIFA streams and saw,
You probably learn a thing or two.
Nah.
Oh, that's why you fucking suck.
and plus, I don't know if Demetrius Johnson is entertaining.
He is. He's hilarious.
Okay, well then watch it. Okay, back to my
I
gripe.
have watched it. It's not that good. Not that
Back to my
entertaining.
gripe. All right, so the reason why I brought up The Talking Dead is because the host of the show,
Chris
Hardwick, is going through some controversy right now, and I don't have any. I don't like Chris Hardwick. I mean, he
Particularly.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of his. He seems like he's funny. There's some show. He has a bunch of shows.
He had a really good. He was hilarious in that one show. What was that dating show that he had? That he was,
Eliminate.
no, it wasn't that
I just
one.
made that up.
sailmates or boatmates or
I
something. It was
don't
about a
know.
boat. Like they would go on a cruise together. That shit was fucking hilarious. He was hilarious in that show. I loved it.
Look it up.
Okay.
I don't know. The Love Boat.
The reason I have this gripe about Chris Hardwick is that I feel like the whole Me Too movement and the Time Is Up, right? That's the other movement is like getting out of hand. So a couple days ago, this woman, her name is Chloe Dykstra. I guess she's like a internet personality, minor celebrity. She
His ex-girlfriend, right?
Yeah, it's his ex-girlfriend. She wrote an essay, she wrote like a open letter explaining how she dated a guy. She never named the person. She described him. She was like, "Oh, he's the CEO of a major entertainment company. He's TV show host, whatever." So people were like, "Okay, it's Chris Hardwick," but she never named him. Mm-hmm. She was like, "I used to date him, and he was very abusive." She basically shat on their whole relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel for her. If all this stuff was true, it didn't sound like it was abuse. It just sounded like Chris Hardwick is an asshole. Because I read it. He like never actually forced himself upon her.
He didn't hit her.
He didn't hit her. It just sounds like he was a huge old cunt.
And guys are cunts all the time.
Yeah, people are cunts in general. Anyways, the problem I have with it, my gripe is that she didn't even name this guy. She just alluded to it being Chris Hardwick. But
Everybody jumped on. saying it was
everybody
Chris Hardwick.
jumped onto the bandwagon and then completely writ him off. So now this guy is getting all his TV deals taken away. So he's got pulled from
Talking Dead.
I think he had a game show on ABC or NBC. Got pulled from that. He's losing all his sponsors and everything. And I just think like it's gotten to the point where it's too far, and like you can't, even if you are innocent of something, you're still guilty by, you know what I mean?
Right. You're guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah,
Now.
basically.
And even then, the damage has been done.
Yeah, and you can't recover from
Right.
that. So I feel like that the movement has gotten too far where nobody's safe. So what if me and my girlfriend broke up and I slighted her in a way,
And she says Mambo was such a dickhead.
Yeah.
Like he was abusive to me, emotionally abusive, and and he just started talking mad shit about you, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, Mama, you're such a dickhead."
Yeah. And what if it was like not necessarily true, but what if what if I wasn't that bad?
Right. And she just said you were bad.
And then my job was like, yeah, we can't be associated with somebody like you, and they cut ties.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just feel like it's gotten out of hand, and I don't feel bad for this guy. I
Right.
mean, I'm sure he's rich. I don't particularly like him either way, but I feel like now it's like,
It's gone to like a next level.
yeah, where you are, if you're a guy and somebody accuses you of doing something slightly wrong,
There's no way you can prove them different or say
yeah,
anything
you can't.
different.
No matter what you. And I went through I've gone through comments and everything, and people were like different sides. Some people are like, oh well, we don't really know if he's innocent or not, and then there's other people who are like, well, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It's like we got to take her word for it. I'm not gonna take her word for it. What the fuck? So weird. And apparently there was text messages that he might have released that said that she was still trying to get back with him. I don't know. I usually don't read into it, but I just think it's weird.
I mean, Chris Hardwick is kind of he's a photogenic guy. He's got that
Funny
cool
guy.
hair.
I'm sure he's very funny.
Shipmates. That was the name of the show. He was hilarious in Shipmates. It's from 2001.
Whoa.
Yeah, it ran from 2001 to 2003. It was hilarious.
I don't know. He's been around that long.
Yeah. Dude, he was on Singled Out.
Don't
You
know
remember
what that
Singled
is.
Out? It's on MTV. It's him and Jenny McCarthy. It's like Jenny McCarthy made
How
it.
old is he?
He's old as fuck,
He
man.
has to be in his 40s then, right?
Yeah. He's he is 46.
Oh.
Looks good for his age.
He does. He's a
Oh, yeah.
photogenic man.
But anyway, so it's a pretty good great Mamba. I think I'd have to agree with you on that one.
Hell no, motherfuckers!
Wake the fuck up.
All right, are we done?
Almost.
Too many questions. There's too many questions.
The appropriate question is, where in the hell are they?
Excuse me. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
My answers frighten you, Vincent, then you should cease asking scary questions.
Dear Tony and Mamba, My boyfriend and I have been dating for a year and a half. We are planning on moving to California together in a few months. I flew to Monterey to job hunt, and he is supposed to be flying in soon. However, last night I found out he and his buddy went to a strip club.
I don't need to read any further.
Just listen, it's pretty hilarious. My boyfriend knows I'm uncomfortable with him going to strip clubs, and he assured me that they would not be going when we spoke on the phone earlier in the evening. He says I'm controlling and childish for being angry at him. I told him it's either me or the strip clubs, mostly just to see how he would react. His response was that the freedom of...
He chose the strip clubs.
His response was that freedom of choice is very important to him. I even went as far as to say if he feels the need to go to strip clubs, then I would start stripping on the side to spite him. I'm tempted to cancel his ticket to California. I don't want him flying here if we were just going to fight. Is this attention worth the cost of or is this situation worth the cost of a relationship? How do I deal with someone so stubborn to the point where he can't see when he's in the wrong? Tony and Mamba, he is wrong, isn't he? Choice is clear.
I think this
He is wrong, but there's one key point in why he's wrong, and it's because he said he wasn't going. Like he told her he wasn't, right? He did.
Yeah, he said he wasn't.
He said because I guess they discussed it, and he said he wasn't going, but he went anyway.
Okay.
So that's where I think he went wrong.
That's where he made his fault.
Like if he just happened to like casually go to a strip club, and like, oh, you know, I came to a strip club. He's like, well, I don't like strip club. Okay, well that's a different discussion because you don't like it, you're uncomfortable. Like I was with my buddy, we just took a detour. We decided, oh, let's just go real quick, you know. But the fact that he said he wasn't going, he specifically said he wasn't going to go, ended up going anyway, and then he's like, well, my freedom of choice is more important. I think it's time to move on. Dump him.
I have a different argument.
What's your argument, Mamba?
They're moving to California, right?
Yeah.
Him and his buddy wanted a last hurrah, so he decided to take him to a strip club. You know what I mean?
Nothing wrong with that. But
he
should have said.
All right, I agree with you that he shouldn't have said anything. But I'm also a fan of how he chose to deflect the situation. He attacked her. He's like, okay, well, my freedom of choice is being jeopardized.
Yeah.
I'm living in a goddamn dictatorship. He probably said that he wasn't going to go out of fear of repercussions from her. He knew that if he told Kim Jong-un here that he was going to go
to a strip club,
he would have been beheaded.
Mm-hmm. So he's going with it's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is for permission.
Exactly.
I think he's just doing. Apparently, what I do when me and my girlfriend get into a fight is that I deflect. So if I do something wrong, I'll be like, "Oh yeah, well," and I'll bring up something about her that I don't like, instead of addressing what I did wrong. So I admire that.
That sounds like a solid plan.
I admire the fact that he's like, okay, instead of saying, "Yeah, you're right," I said I wasn't gonna go. He just said, "Well, my constitutional right to go to a fucking strip club is at jeopardy here, and I will not stand for it."
He's like, my life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness.
Yeah, he made it a much bigger issue than just him getting titties in his face.
Well, she did too, because she got crazy. Like, she started saying, like, choose her or the strip club. And then she also said, like, I think I'm going to cancel his fucking ticket so he doesn't come here. Like, come on. Let's take a step back.
If you're already there at that point, I think it's just...
And then once you get to the end,
you
could tell that she's controlling, because if you scroll down, I don't remember what she said. Scroll back down. Keep on going. Okay. So the last sentence. How do I deal with someone so stubborn to the point he can't see when he's in the wrong? So she just assumes that
he's wrong.
Yeah. No matter what. Mm-hmm. Maybe she's being stubborn.
She definitely is being stubborn.
Yeah. I don't know how. Maybe he won't go to a strip club in California. I don't know what they're like. If they're anything like the strip clubs here, he probably won't.
Not just that, but like, I don't like strip club. I feel like after going to a strip club in Mexico, strip clubs here are tame as fuck.
What do they do in Mexico?
Dude, they let you do whatever the fuck you want. I mean, aside from having sex, you can't stick your dick in them. Except for in most cases, if you pay them enough, they will go with you to like a hotel or motel afterwards.
I was just thinking about it in my head. If I went to a Mexican strip club, She's like, "Oh, you can't put your dick in me." I'm like, "Okay, but I'm going to put things in you, not necessarily
I'm
my
gonna
penis.
put something in you.
I'm
May
going
not be
to
my
put-
dick.
You
But
can't.
there
I don't
will
think.
be things
I don't
extra.
think you can penetrate them, but you can touch their private areas. You can touch them anywhere you want. Like there's full contact.
Oh, so you can get handsy.
Yeah, you get very handsy. Here you can't touch strippers at all. They can touch you, but you can't touch them
What do they?
in any strip club.
Not. I'm sure there's strip clubs. Or
Oh man,
what's the talent like in Mexico?
it's pretty good.
Really?
I mean, it's like any strip club, man. There's good and there's bad.
Okay.
There's
fair.
hot strippers and there's some not so hot strippers. But yeah, like over there, it's way more free than it is here as far as strip clubs go. Like, there's a lot more you can do with strippers there than you can here. Where here, like I said, here you pretty much have to sit on your hands. I mean, you can touch a little bit, like with put like money in them, but like you can't feel their breasts. Like they won't never let you touch your breasts.
No, you can't touch them.
You can't touch them. You can't do shit. Like that's pretty fucking tame. Like all they do is dance on you, for the most part. You know what I'm saying? They get your dick hard and that's it.
Then you go home and jerk off.
Yeah.
That's true.
At least over there, like you get handsy. You know what I'm saying?
And they'll jerk you off.
For extra fee.
I mean, but it's Mexico, so
Yeah,
it's
it's
probably
not gonna be a
it's the
lot.
equivalent of like $3.
Well, anyway, so I just feel like especially girls like this, where they just think like it's worse than it is. They just think like if you see it from a different perspective, it's not so bad.
Women are extra.
Especially like the place, one of Tony's favorite places, All Stars.
Oh, now that place, I'm pretty sure is not. They don't follow regulations because you can get handsy there.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, but they don't get naked.
No, they don't get naked, but you can get handsy.
But for
So
$10
would you rather go to a place where they don't get naked and you can get handsy, or you can't get handsy,
But they get fully
but they
naked.
get fully?
But also, when they do stuff, it's only like $10.
Yeah.
Like when they start gyrating on you, that's $10, as opposed to like the one lap dance that I got cost me $40,
That's true.
and I got a pair of A cups scraped across my face. Like this girl had to pull body fat from other parts of her body, like her back, and try to form what I thought was a titty and put it in my
That was where?
New Orleans.
Oh, that was a strip club
That was a strip club.
for $40.
$40. She took me into like the back. It was like a little outhouse area, and I think she was new. I could tell she was new because she worried about how I enjoyed it. I feel
Yeah,
like
that sounds
a
like-
veteran stripper wouldn't give a fuck.
She wouldn't. She'd be like, "Am I getting paid?"
But
yeah,
this girl,
okay.
she was like, "Oh, did you enjoy that?" And I had to lie to her. I'm like, "Yeah, I did."
you didn't.
Nice.
You didn't let her down easy. You'd be like, it could have been better.
Yeah, it could have been better.
But yeah, like at All Stars, you get a little handsy. I don't think you get too handsy, right? How handsy do they let you get? Because I remember when we went that one time, the girl let me touch her ass, and she actually encouraged it. Like she grabbed my hands and put them there, but I didn't get any more. I didn't reach anywhere else. So I don't know how much more handsy I could have got.
titties?
I don't think so. But anyway, now that I think
Usually it's on a table.
now that I think about it, I think I would rather get handsy as opposed to getting full nude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what's-
I'd rather go to a place that you can get handsy and they don't get naked.
But you know what would be even better?
If they can get naked and you can get handsy, yeah. Now there's an establishment you can set your clock to.
That's right. That's why you go to
That's
Mexico.
why I go to Mexico.
You know what I noticed when it comes to Illinois, or at least the Chicagoland area, we get gypped out of talent. So I follow a few porn stars on social media, mainly Instagram, and they show you like tour dates about where they're going to be in cities.
Stormy was just here.
Stormy Daniels, really?
Yeah, she was at the Admiral.
You figured she got a retirement money if she from Trump.
Right?
Anyways, like one of my favorite porn stars is Christine Mack, and she comes to everywhere but here. So she'll go to like
Why?
I don't know. Maybe they have strict law. I think because it's
Well, in Chicago, the city of Chicago, you can't have both full nude and liquor.
okay.
So you can either have one or the other. It's like if you have full nude, you can't sell any liquor. If you sell liquor, you have to wear pasties,
I
and it
would
can't be full nude.
Definitely rather go somewhere with booze.
Yeah.
So,
So for example, like the Admiral.
Yeah, the Admiral, like,
The Admiral's full nude,
but you can't.
but you can't.
There's
There's
no
no
booze.
booze.
You can
okay,
fucking
okay.
buy O'Doul's.
Yeah. or Sharps,
Yeah, fuck
whatever
that.
the fuck that shit is.
It's a
So,
fucking
so
waste.
yeah, so you see your tour schedule and it's like Minnesota, just places around
Yeah.
other states, like other cities and states, and never here though. And I would really like to see her naked up close.
I don't know, man. She got pretty fucked up.
She still looks good. Look at her.
But she's like, I feel like her face isn't the same as after. I mean,
Yeah, because an MMA fighter beat her
Yeah, I know.
to
I'm not-
death.
I know.
or half
Yeah,
to death.
quite close to death. I mean, I'm not saying
I
it's,
think he
it's
knocked
fucked up.
out-
It's really fucked up.
He knocked out like a majority of her teeth.
Yeah, that's really fucked
I've
up.
been following her for years, so she'll like put up pictures of her going to the orthodontist and getting her new teeth in. She has like all false teeth. More power to her.
Hey, man, I'm not saying like it's nice that she was able to, she bounced back and everything, and she's still doing her thing. I mean, but she's not as attractive as she was, and no fault of hers at all. Like that fucking guy is an asshole, and hopefully he dies in prison. But
He tried to kill himself.
yeah, I know, and too bad he's failed. What a fucking bitch.
Did he try to commit suicide?
Yeah.
tried
And he
to-
failed?
Yeah, he's a pussy. But anyway, whatever. All right. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/NKOTP1. Like us on Twitter or follow us on Twitter at New Kids on the Pod. See us on Instagram, also at New Kids on the Pod. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. Shoot us an email, newkidsonthepod@gmail.com. Pete, hit us up about Roswell.
About you kicking off little aliens off your cactus palm
Yep.
or cactus patch in the front.
You can also leave us a voicemail, 774-40-NKOTP. Mamba.
A world full of strip clubs. Don't come here.
All right, guys. We will hopefully check you out next week. We will see. You know how we do.
You know how we do. We don't give a fuck.
All right, guys. Kissies on your dickies.
At a red light, but the face too